Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Kingmaker today, because today we are carrying on with our ongoing campaign playing Paizo Publishing's outstanding Pathfinder, a second edition fantasy RPG, and we are using that to play through the latest edition of their classic adventure path, Kingmaker, or at least an approximation thereof. We have been 5 or 6 sessions in thus far, and we've already gone well off script from the adventure, so everything is going according to our non-plan. With me tonight are the stars of the Kingmaker campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what... oh, you're not no level. There's no level. There's no levels. You guys are all first level. So, I'll go the order. Let's see here. First, that is weird. I think your token is messing up for me already. Jeffrey, let me just double check here. No, that's weird. I can't get your... What? Oh, wait, hold on. Nope. Problems between keyboard and share. I accidentally hit the number lock thing on my keyboard, and it was not working. Like, why is it not working? Oh, boy. All right, so first up is Jeffrey, who has no problems with his token.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Trog. He is a level 1 goblin sorcerer.
Very nice. What is his background? Or his, what do you call it? Occupation?
What's the word I'm looking for? A bandit. Bandit?
Bandit. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
He doesn't talk about that, Kevin. Why'd you bring that
up? No reason. No reason at all. A background, that's what I'm thinking of. All right.
He's a nice, friendly guy.
Yeah. Next up is John.
Everyone, I'm John, and I'm playing Ramirius. He is a warrior muse bard, and his background is Sword Scion.
Very nice. Next up is George, joining us.
Hey, Mark.
Fresh from the picket line at the WGA strike.
Yeah, you might notice like my face is red for the first time in basically history from being outside for 4 hours at a time. Yes, I'm playing Drowinius the Good, who is a human wizard who kind of was came from a background of like a scholarly fortune teller.
Very nice. And last, but certainly not least, joining us from an ungodly hour, is James.
Hello. So I'm James, and I'm playing Vaz, the 7-foot-tall orc soldier who's got a background of a sword scion, but really she went there after being in a mercenary company.
Very nice. Then, guys, we were talking a little bit before we went live. What happened last time?
Literally, the only thing I remember is we went the wrong way around the building.
We raided a bandit camp.
That's true.
Yeah, let me bring you to we have a map here.
That building being Fort Serenko.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where which had been occupied by bandits. And we definitely wound up going the very long way around.
And Vaz pretty much single-handedly murdered half of them with her glaive.
Yeah.
Basically, thankfully.
Sushi bandit.
I think
Right.
somebody was being attacked by one, and then Vaz accidentally had them flanking with each other when she bisected him in half. Piece of him there, piece of him there. It was great.
Yeah, she did not mess around.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys recall? The fight, we did struggle with some tech issues at the start of last session, I remember now.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah. Oh, my God, I blocked it out. Yes, well, a few things. And anybody jump in with things that I'm missing or forgetting pieces of. But we found a bunch of Stag Lord amulets here, which is related to Arestal.
Might be. Yeah.
Might be, which is a lawful good deity, which was odd. We also found, and so we kind of harbor ourselves in where you're seeing on the map here. Mm-hmm. We also found a white pine tree, which was a hollow in the tree that we had been searching for, and there was a scrap of paper inside. on which there was a drawing of what we made out to be a river with markings of mountains and hills and 5 points along the way. And there was an X at point number 2 on that route. And we kind of deduced where we thought that led to and came up with the plan to head to that point in our efforts to meet the Hungering Sword. And we decided to spend the night, though, first.
Yeah.
In the fort. And everything was going perfectly fine until Droinius was on watch, at which point he saw about 150 feet away a majestic elk, like the most incredible looking elk I'd ever seen. And it seemed to be groomed as if it were the favored steed of somebody. And had these black eyes that were like boring into mine. Seemed incredibly intelligent. Not in any kind of sinister way, like all seemed, positive. And as a fortune teller, this, felt like a signs and portents moment for all of us. And I kind of walked into this clearing out of the woods. And it was huge as well. And I took it as a sign of the god because if I remember correctly and what I have in my notes, it looked like there was something about it that looked like the sigil of a Restal.
Yeah, the stag. I mean, a stag is one of the, or the elk is one of the holy, kind of animals for a Restal, and he's literally called the Stag Lord. Or hold on, the elk father.
Elk father. So yeah. I took that as a sign that we were on the right track in doing what it wanted, and we talked about what kind of domains he was the deity of, and all good, and a lover and protector of nature.
Yeah, there's
and
Erastil.
Oh, nice. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we thought maybe it was a sign that what we were doing was the right thing, and that if these lands were potentially dominated by other forces, it might not go well for anybody. And perhaps if we were able to continue on our present journey, it might wind up doing what Aresta would like to see done. So that was conveyed to the rest of the party. I think Remy maybe woke me up, or Trog, I can't remember.
I attempted to come up and scare you, but I rolled horribly.
That's right. So Remy tried to scare me, and then I scared him with my insane dream that I just had. I think that was where we ended at the point where we were going to just finish up the watch and then make our plans to head out.
Okay. Then
I hope people on can read what you just typed into the.
The joke is past now. So then,
I don't think I missed anything, guys. Did I? Was there anything else I left out?
Sounded complete to me.
Yep.
Okay, then.
Did you mention that we went the wrong way around the fort?
No, wait. Let me just double check. We went the wrong way around the fort.
I assumed
Somebody's
it was
got little legs and bitter about it.
Oh, it was horrible.
I thought it was a flanking maneuver by your general, future general.
Yeah. Well, what, our 7-foot tall general, that it was a little stroll in the woods to go around the wrong way?
Yeah.
They'll never see this coming.
Exactly. You guys
half of us didn't see it coming.
Yeah. There's a great bit in one of the final episodes of Generation Kill where it's set in the original the invasion of Iraq in the second Iraq conflict, or second Gulf War, and the reporter this is when they're in Baghdad. All of them are going down, and sniper fire starts coming into the compound. So they all take one by one, and they go and run. And first guy runs straight to cover. Next guy goes straight to cover. Reporter goes, and he's going back and forth, zigging and zagging across the thing. Then everyone else is like, "What is he doing?" He gets him. He's like, "Serpentine, run serpentine." They're like, "Reporter, next time just run straight. You'll live longer." So then, guys, what with the morning or with the dawn coming on? We've got our calendar here. This is the 11th of Farast now. No, you reached the fort on the 9th. It is now the 10th of Farast. Is there anything else you guys wish to do here before you depart? And how?
No, but I will point out that's a good reminder. Like we need to keep track of the dates because we only have a certain amount of time to do what we're doing. So
I have it. This is our 7th day of travel.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And we have 30 total days. Is that what it was, right?
You until
given? Yeah.
end of the month, apparently. Yeah, that's what's.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So, all right then. What is? Well, let's quickly just do a survey because we've got a couple folks missing tonight. What is everyone's? Do we have a survival specialist? Do we have a? Anyone have training in survival who's here tonight?
I have training. I'm not good at it.
You have training too? I believe I have training as well.
Okay, perfect.
Double check that I'm right. Yes, I do.
Okay, so then that will be for navigating and avoiding getting lost.
Okay.
Let me just get my target numbers for you here. Okay. You know, I like that they decided to put some extra stuff in the companion guide for it too, but I can't imagine running the game without the stuff in here. So it's odd that they. I mean, I know they sold it as a in the Kickstarter or whatever the weird Kickstarter clone that they used for it comes as a slipcase, but it's the thing's only 100 and something pages. Like it wouldn't have made a hill of beans difference of just slapping this stuff inside the big book. But
Yep. No, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. The reason I mentioned it because
I think the only benefit, I guess, is for players who want to have access to those rules to know what they need to do.
The thing is, the whole rest of the book are NPCs.
It's not exactly, and I was like, this is a waste. I don't know who it's for. It's like it's kind of
a game, like
both, and
really, it's a game master purchase, and it's I think it's kind of a mandatory purchase for running the campaign. So I don't know, and like the players aren't buying this, like the main book. So
yeah. I mean, obviously, I have bought everything just because I do, but I've only looked at the companion because of the rules, the camping rules, which I thought were really cool.
There are
when
rules
we
for
played
kingdom
them.
building in the back as well of the big book.
Yes, that's true.
Wait, is in the big book? Or it is. Yeah, the army and the kingdom building is in there.
It's an appendix. Yeah.
So, and I think those might be available for free from Paizo, like as a player's book where they'd have those rules. We've circulated their version of the player's guide. Then it'll take you guys with this. I believe it'll take you 2 days to get back to the road.
That's my recollection.
It's only because of the terrain that is making it more difficult to get back, and you're a bit lost. So, who is going to be our navigator for this? It'll either be Drawinius or Trog. If you guys could make a decision as to what position or what tasks you wish to be performing in the exploration mode, because that's what we'll be in while we're going.
Right.
And obviously, Trog and I will be trying to navigate together, one aiding the other. Trog,
okay.
Did you think you wanted to be the aider, or
yeah, I'll try and aid you. My chances are.
Remember,
medium.
aiding is a reaction, so you can wait until you see Drovinius's roll to decide. With your risk.
Okay, and then I can roll to aid if I think he's failed.
Before we get into that, would everyone give us a perception check, please? And now I want to hear a little bit about your morning in here. I'm like every insufferable parent at the end of a school day. So tell me about your day.
Yeah.
Yes, you will. Nat 20. Vaz has other things on her mind for today. Drawinius and Trog. So first, what I want to hear about is tell us a little bit of, guys. This is your first morning waking up in a relatively secure place in about a week. Well, that's not true, because you did stop off in Navactus Crossing as well. So this is the first place that you've been secure since leaving Navactus Crossing a few days ago. I think it was 4 days ago, actually. So, what's the mood like in this massive... the hall you're in is a barracks, effectively, that would be designed to accommodate at least like 10 to 15 to 20 men, or troops at least.
Frog's in good spirits. He's happy to have a bed, a roof, all these wonderful things.
Yeah.
He's not sure we need to move on so quickly, but
Yeah.
he does want to get the mission done, so he's reluctantly moving on.
Yeah.
I'm kind of coming from the same side of things, being happy to be safe and secure for some length of time, but I think he feels additionally secure having seen the party working effectively together, and that makes him feel a little bit more safe when we now are going to head back out into the wilderness again. And I had this like fleeting thought, I think, as I wake up of like, because my friend went lost in these out here somewhere. Did he pass through here? Did these bandits have something to do with how and why he went missing? I don't know, but maybe I just stepped in the same exact space where he was at some point not long ago. So he's like even more committed to continue on this.
You see carved in the
adventure.
wall here, there is the word Quinlan Voss. No.
Yeah, was here. I'm like, oh, that sounds familiar. It's like a very long time ago, even longer than.
It was very funny.
A long...
Well played. I don't have it here. Damn it! I had it sitting next to me on Wednesday, George. The
that's
you know what I'm talking about.
That's great. I know what you're talking about.
So what are you guys? What about Remy and Baz? How are you guys?
Well, Remy, this is the first actual bed he's slept in a week. Like, even when they stopped at the inn, he didn't pay for a room or anything. So he's like 5 more minutes and just groggy getting up. He's having some good dreams
Frog
about.
in the head as if he's like a timer. Like, okay, just give me 5 more minutes. Vaz?
Yeah, she's enjoying the fact as well. Well, being a soldier doesn't mean you have to feel uncomfortable. So being in the barracks as well feels very cozy. And she's just polishing off her glaive to make sure it's all nice and shiny and up to scratch.
Good.
That's why she's paying no attention.
So, oh yeah, definitely.
Right.
And it could be you're maybe there's some other noisy thing you're doing as part of your getting ready in the morning. Maybe perhaps you're putting your armor back on and it's making noise, which is why you do not hear the sound that Drawinius and Trog hear, which is the sound of a wolf. Ow!
During the day?
This is early. This will be early on.
Early in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're still in the springtime, so the it stays dark still fairly late-ish in the morning. But yeah, you hear that, and Drawinius, like that's got to be within a quarter mile.
Okay, that was going to be my next question.
With a 20,
I can
I do
Definitely.
not like
Well, yeah,
wolves.
so I can. I say, did anybody else hear that? And so I see the Trog catching my eye. I'm like, that was a wolf.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
I don't like wolves, friend.
And a question is, I don't recall us hearing any wolves at all on this journey so far. Is that correct, Kev?
That's correct.
Yeah, you've heard because the sound of the bush bogies is definitely distinct from the wolves. Wolves definitely have that more melodious kind of mournful quality to them. Bush bogies just sound like fucking, someone's putting a dog in a vice.
Okay, so I'll tap Vaz and Remy on the shoulders and be like, Trog and I heard a wolf. Don't know if you've heard it. It might be
Nope.
dangerous. It seems like a quarter mile away or so, I believe. Shall we, maybe someone go up to one of the towers here and take a look?
Sure, I'll head up there and get my bow out,
Okay.
blinking the sleep out of my eyes.
Yeah. So you crawl. I mean, someone I believe Ramirius, you may have actually had the final watch of the evening. You guys did what you guys were able to. What was it? You guys were able to, because of the food, you were able to count as if you had one extra person, so you could reduce the amount of time you spent sleeping. But you get out there. Remy, why don't you give us a perception check, please? Oh, yeah, and everyone does get a hero point. I wasn't kidding about that.
Oh, okay, great.
I was kidding about the sepsis. I was not kidding about the hero point.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect combination.
So, Remy, that is amazing. You can see that poking their little head out about, probably about 150 feet away, something sticks its head out, and you can see the way it's underneath the canopy of bush and leaves. Looks at the what do you call it, at the fort, and then kind of slowly backs up, all gray or dark gray with little tufts of white around the side, and it kind of moves back into the forest. There is definitely, from the rustling you can see, because of the nat 20, there's at least 2. Small pack, but its head was pretty fucking big, like easily the width of your chest.
Oh, that sounds like a big canine. I'll head back to the group and tell them what I saw.
Okay.
I have a suggestion, guys. Just leave the bodies, so the wolves eat them and we don't get eaten.
You guys did something with the bodies last time. Was it burn them? I know you stacked them all in an area. I just can't remember if you buried them or you burned them.
In the Palisades over to the... I don't remember.
I don't remember burning them. I think I would have been concerned about burning them to send up any smoke.
Yeah.
But I can't. But I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember that there was enough taking them.
Gathering them up.
Yeah, I just don't remember what you guys did with them.
Toss them out the gate, I guess.
So all the bodies would just be sitting outside. I mean, you guys would be aware of the. Drag the bodies to the paddock. Is what I see in chat here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so all the bodies are in the paddock.
Remy, with his lack of knowledge about wildlife, assumes that the scent of blood attracted them.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
It does seem odd that they are hunting in the day, or soon to be the daylight.
Well, this thing's head was like this big.
They must be starving.
Like wolves hunt during the day too.
Okay.
Your character would know that. Yeah, they're not like cougars who hunt only at
Okay,
dawn or
not
dusk or
only
whatnot.
at night.
Yeah.
What
it's the
seems,
spookiest time to hunt. No doubt on that.
Yeah, right. Totally. What seems odd to me is just that they approaching a fort. You would think they would
Be
they
afraid
would
of
hunt elsewhere. Yes.
It did slink back into the underbrush after a moment, so maybe they're smarter than they look.
Perhaps that's even now you're scaring me, Remy.
You don't know what dreams I had last night, man. So many stories.
Yeah. I think your idea sounds good, though, to try to throw them off our scent somehow. We can.
Just hide one over the wall of the paddock and then retreat back inside the rest of the fort.
And kind of see what they do.
until they make their move.
Well, then they can get inside the paddock if they want, because if I remember, it was only like 6 foot tall to get in. A wolf could easily get over that, so they can do their shopping there if they want, and we can keep an eye on them and see if that distracts them or not.
Okay.
Remy, did you see what side of the fort they were on?
They would be the side where Remy's token is. So it'll be in this direction.
You know, it's blocked by my I have all everybody's video down there, and so I did not see where he had gone to. Okay, thank you. No, it's my fault. Got it. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they're in the direction where what's easy access to get down from the fort. So.
Well.
Wonder if we should go around the other side of the fort and slide down the hillock and make our way away from these wolves.
And I would, if I remember correctly from my studies, they move faster than we do. I believe. I'm not entirely sure, but.
Or should we try tossing the body over the fence? See if that.
Perhaps, yes.
So to access the paddock, you would have to go outside of the fort and then over to the paddock.
Yeah.
I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Who's volunteering?
That'll be fun.
Well, I mean, I can head out there with Vaz, and we can, nobody goes alone.
Yeah, we'll cover you.
And exactly. Yep.
Yeah, you two get on the towers and blast them with your magic stuff, and we'll go back to back. And
okay,
that sounds good.
Okay.
Well, I can hop over and figure out what your bonuses are here. That's excellent, guys. You know what a fucking DM Pro would do is write down which bonuses are. In fact, that's what a pro might do. Let's see here. Oh, what is? What you got? +3. Okay. Remy, +5. Trog, +2. And Vaz, +6. Ooh. Okay. Hold on, I got one more mysterious roll to make here. Okay. Then, feel free to position your tokens where you would like your character to be. Looks like Trog is up on the one corner there.
Yeah, so I'll do the other just in case. So we have 2 vantage points.
Okay. Allow me to put you so you can see the full exterior here. There we go.
Oh, no, that's great. Yep.
There we go. I'll put you right there. Let's see this.
Cool.
Yeah, look at that. Trog. Give you a little taste of the same. There you go.
Beautiful.
I mean, you can really only see the paddock there, but,
Yeah, that's what I want to see, really. So
yeah. I want to do this. Will this help here?
I can't see the paddock from my vantage point, so if I realize that would be a problem, I can go to the other tower.
Yeah. Oh, I just mutated you.
Oh, nice. I smeared myself on the wall.
Yeah. Whoa. It's a fucking secret demon. Oh, God. I gotta watch that scene again before bed.
I am going to take
so
illusion
the paddock
spell.
must have a door, right? So we can just open that.
Yep.
Well, before you walk out, I'm going to go over to where Trog is, just so that my range is shorter to where I might have to.
Yeah, and see where they're actually going, right? So.
What are you doing? Sorry.
Well, I only can see this direction and westward.
Yeah,
I can't see anything. The other direction's all black. So to get a better vantage point to see the paddock, I feel like I should go over to where
I don't think you could see the paddock. Because remember, the paddock is further down, right? The walls are 15 feet high or whatever it is. So you're just not going to be able, unless you have a way of seeing through the fort's walls, then you're not going to be able to see down there unless you're in the same tower as Trog, in which case you have the same problem on the other side.
Yeah. So I'll you know what I'll do then? They have to open this door anyway down at the base of the fort. So I'll be down there.
Okay. That means you're really going to see neither.
Yeah.
So, because if you're down here, you will not be able to see over the walls or into the paddock. I'm not making judgment on that. If it sounds like I am, I do apologize. But
no.
I want to make sure you understand what you're going to be able to see.
Well, what I was, what I was thinking is if they're running back, where's I'm trying to there. If they're running back up this way into the wherever coming into this is my field of view. I can see all of this. If they're running back this way, I might be able to take ping some any wolves following them. Was what I was thinking. Since I won't have a clear line of sight to them up in either tower, really.
Here's what I'd like you guys to each do. You need not post this in chat, You can just write down for your own edification, and we'll see later. I'd like you to write down, how many wolves do you think are in the woods?
Let's see here.
Dan.
Okay, got my idea.
It's the shittiest version of Price is Right. So.
There is no winners.
Not
There's
really.
only losers in
Unless
this.
it's 0 wolves. This is not a good game, Madison. Come on.
Exactly.
I know there's at least
Alright.
2 because I saw 2.
That's true. That's true. We know there's a minimum of 2.
Okay.
I would bid over that.
Yeah, but 2.0000001. That's my bid.
That's a mama and a dad, and they're gonna have 2 little babies that they're very scared of getting injured, so they're not coming over here.
Okay, so
All right. So that's
what would you guys like to do? We'll do this on a round
Ready to
per
open the
round
doors?
basis.
Okay.
Let me make sure I got something positioned. Hold on. I mean, I'm sure there's nothing positioned out there. Hold on.
What?
You guys don't need to
The
worry
paddock
about it
can't move,
whatsoever.
Kevin.
Not at all.
I'll be going out there with my sword drawn just in case.
Okay, you got your weapon out.
I think is a good
Bass,
idea.
you have your, I mean, this is a foolish question, but I take it you have your glaive with you.
Yep.
Okay. So Drowinius, I suppose that leaves you to open the door unless Remy wants to use his free hand to do so.
No, I'm happy. Well, yeah, I guess that's true, Remy. If you want to do it with your.
I'll do free hand open the door. That's fine.
So you have to disassemble the crude kind of closing of the door that you had set up last night. You guys move all that shit aside, and then it easily opens up. It does occur to you that unless you hold your body against these doors, there will be no way of securing them.
Right.
So, creaks open. You can hear the sound of the wind outside. Do I have the wind set out outside? Oh, I have rain falling. Hold on. It's not raining any longer. Oh, yeah, because we rolled weather for today. Today was going to be nice, I think. So let's give a bit of a breeze for you guys here. There we go. Oop, that's not going to play it for you. That'll just play it for me. Well, I mean, you guys, it's only been, 6 years we've been using this program, so you can't expect me to know the most basic features of it. All right.
Well, to be fair, it does change relatively
No, fair
often.
enough. Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm going to turn the music down a scooch. I'm going to crank this wind up. All right. Now, Remy, you push the door open. Vaz and Remy, go ahead and move. Go ahead and stride your way out there. Okay. Vaz, there is some movement
Actually, that's
in
that
the
one.
bushes to the south, about probably about 100 feet away.
Okay.
Cannot see anything in there as of yet, but there is movement.
So I'll point at that with my glaive. There's something in that bush.
Okay. Remy, you can't quite make out nothing. It's moving because of the wind blowing across the foothills here, but go ahead and move your stride.
Okay, moving over to the doors up here.
Okay. I think there are a bunch of bodies, and they are beginning to bloat, or at least beginning to go off.
Right. Done that,
Oops.
Remy. Time to go back.
I agree. Hopefully they'll accept the offering and leave us alone.
Okay.
I feel some slight empathy for the bandits, but they're dead. They can't hurt anymore.
Okay. Go ahead and move yourselves another stride.
I'll go on the outside.
My comfort level has increased because the big orc with the glaive is protecting me.
Trog, you think you can see some movement in the bushes once again, too.
Uh,
Go ahead and move yourself another. Unless you wish to do anything, Trog.
no, not yet.
Drawinius, your
2,
mind
3.
kind of drifts to the scene of the elk that you witnessed last night.
Mm-hmm.
1,
Your eyes are focused on
2,
that
3.
point where
4.
the elk had appeared to the south.
Yeah, I
All
think
right.
and I even kind of get a little distracted.
And
by
you see
that.
your colleagues come moving back in and then
There you go.
close the doors. Now, how long would you like to pass before I check in with you again? There may be something that will happen during that time. There may not be.
I'd guess if they're going to show any interest, they must be able to smell it. So with the door open, they must be able to, if they're interested, they'll be in half an hour or so.
Okay.
Sounds like a good time to wait to see what happens.
Yeah, the increments of
30 minutes.
travel and such in PF2 is down to about 4 hours, at least in this campaign. So I'm not sure if you want to wait that long, but where would everyone like to be while they are preparing? It'll take about half an hour to get this door secured and whatnot, the way you had it before, if you'd like.
Okay.
We go up on a tower.
Okay. Joe Winnies, what is
Yeah,
your
I'll
strength?
go up. My strength
So
is...
everyone has left it behind. There's nothing securing the door right now. Like, unless you guys are spending half an hour getting that thing secured
Oh.
again.
Oh no!
Oh, I
no,
thought we...
no, I'll
I
stay
thought
down
we
there and
said-
guard it.
Okay.
I misunderstood. I thought that was half an hour had passed. I will help too if that's necessary. My strength is 10. So
You get up on the
0.
tower. Me and Vaz got this.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So you all,
That's probably a good idea.
get back up in. Half an hour passes. You have your stuff stacked back in front of that door. It appears secure once again. No sign of the wolves. What do you wish to do next?
Well, I don't want bloated rotten meat, I guess.
Can Trog and I scan for any signs of the wolves? Still
You
out
have been
there?
during this time.
Okay.
No sign as of yet.
No, it's not. Okay.
Well,
It's been only a half hour thus far, but the day is fully started now.
yeah.
Okay.
What do you think? Wait one more, maybe another half hour if they
I'd
aren't
say let's-
here. Move on.
Let's wait another half hour, and if they don't come, just leave. And just, maybe hustle to get out of here.
Yes, maybe hustle.
Hustle
how
will run
much
the
you-
risk of fatigue, but definitely a good way to get some distance.
Yeah, and let's see, Trog, do you mind a little piggyback? Because I'll carry you. I want the one with the glaive to have their hands free.
And I am going to cast my daily casting of mage armor.
Okay. What is Remy's
other-
strength and constitution?
His strength is 16, and his con is 12.
Okay.
No reason. Kev was just asking. He just was curious.
I know.
Well,
why.
just if he tries to carry Trog.
I was kidding.
Okay.
No,
So-
you're kidding.
With you guys set up, what is there anything other than trying to hustle that you wish to do when you leave here? Well, what I need from you is if Darwinius is going to be, I can look. How about I not be lazy? God dang. Like, I can literally look at your character sheets without you guys knowing. So I don't need to ask for any information.
Wait, I need to go pull up YouTube.
There's a channel I sometimes watch that I heard just started a video.
Yeah, I got an alert on my phone.
I do hide my, what do you call it? Hide my cursor, so you don't know what I'm necessarily looking at.
Oh, interesting. Yes, very sly.
It's our treasure, so he knows how much cash the wolves should be carrying when we slay them.
Definitely. I
always have the positive outlook.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, there we go. Und. Go. Outstanding. You have, can't remember, I think it's Brommel who's your normal navigator. Because Remy's got a +3 in survival and Trog's got a +2.
Oh yeah.
Not Remy. Not Remy. It's
not Remy,
Darwinius.
sorry, Brommel.
Yeah.
Trog and Darwinius.
Yeah.
All right. So then, guys, what, is Vaz not trained in survival?
Vaz is trained in survival, yes.
Yeah, what's your bonus?
My bonus is 4.
+4, you okay?
Oh yeah, you're way better than I am.
Okay.
You're the best.
We just think we're doing a good job.
All right. So then, guys, if you set out, we will be heading back. Would you give us a sense? Imagine you're heading towards the left, into the northwestern kind of direction. What would be your marching order?
Well, clearly, in fact, we'd go to the right and then up
and around.
Exactly.
I guess I would go first.
Okay.
With survival
That
and
sounds...
big glaive.
Perhaps I should
I'll go with
go
that.
behind him since I have the next better survivals to assist him.
Mm-hmm.
You want
But I
to
could
cover
go
the back,
first.
Remy, or do you want me to?
I'm piggybacking you for the first bit of the run.
Oh, so that we're faster?
What's your total
Okay.
encumbrance that you're carrying, Remy, and what is
4 of 8. I need 8 before I'm encumbered.
you ate
What do I
before you-
weigh? Or what do I have?
What do you weigh?
I think my maximum is 13, but
Yeah, and I'm actually going to count him as heavier because you don't have like a boost or something to carry him. So you're
yeah,
just,
I figured it was totally going to be awkward. But
yeah, because you're just carrying George. What's
assuming
it,
that
or
I-
actually, James would have the insight. What's it like carrying a heavy
Well, I don't
infant?
have a weight written down.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, you
goblins
really want
usually
to
weigh
have-
like 35.
I guess I
soaking
should
wet,
look it up.
maybe.
Yeah, I don't have his weight. I'll grab my book.
okay.
Well, I mean, how slow is Trog? How much slower than the rest of the party?
He's 25. I don't
I'm
think he's
25
slower than
as well.
everyone.
Yeah, I'm 25 as well.
I thought he was slower.
So I think
Because if there's a random chart, I mean, obviously I would have used that.
They're speedy little feet.
I
They
think
all
Vaz is the
got a
one
double
because of her
speed.
armor.
Oh. Well, I'm not
Yeah,
piggybacking Baz.
I misunderstood the rules because I'm 25, but I've got enough, whatever it was, strength and capacity or skill to offset the armor.
Oh, okay.
So we're all equal. We're all 25. So
Yeah.
Okay, never mind that then.
Okay. Oh, John, you need to mute yourself once again. Okay.
Yeah, I accidentally hit the back button on my mouse. That should not be there.
Firefox, man. It drives me nuts. Okay. Oh, and we just lost James. James, are you there still?
Yeah, I'm back. I'll be
Okay.
back.
You did the same thing, probably.
Yeah, you know how it is. It's like that thing of just let humans into a room with a big red button saying "Do not touch, danger," and they will press it.
All right.
See ya.
So that looks like a good marching order. Okay. So, guys, let me find something here.
Leaving a gap in honor of Bromwell. That's what.
Yeah, really. Good of you guys. Good of you guys. Very good of you guys.
Yeah, he might show up, and then.
So it's
got a
about
spot.
4 hours of travel. Let me get rid of you guys there.
And Kevin, just as we're leaving, I think Winnie just wants to keep glancing back to see if anything happened with those wolves, because he's very curious.
Really, as soon as you as soon as you get into the forest, you're really going to lose sight of the.
Just as we're leaving the fort, just like, are we being followed? Like, are they following us or anything like that?
So the thing is that if you're going to do that, you can't assist with survival then, because your focus is going to be on your. Effectively, what I would say is that you're scouting, so you'll be getting a +1 to initiative for everyone.
Yeah, I was figuring that I'd be looking out for enemies when we travel.
All right, so you scout then, John, and I will continue assisting. I'll assist with navigation, as I said originally.
Okay. So you are focusing on that, and Bromwell, you're trying to navigate your way in the direction of the back towards the road leading near the rapids. Now, give me a moment here. I'm gonna.
Oh, I don't see where in the book it tells you.
I'm not sure it does in
I think it just kind of gave like a little idea. It didn't give you any specifics.
Yeah, it's not like earlier editions.
Yeah, it just said like goblins are usually 3 feet tall, and that's sort of all it said.
Yeah. I think you're like 50 pounds, I want to say. But
I mean, that sounds about right. You know, like a little child.
And most of that is head. But
yeah, exactly.
That's winter.
Skinny little arms.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't really carry anything, like, you know, hardly anything anyway.
Yeah, there's literally nothing in the physical description section about weight, but just height.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know.
Like
I do love that Paizo makes all the rules, not only for the core rulebook, but everything they ever publish available online for free.
Yeah.
Oh, what does bulk of 1 mean? I have a bulk of 1 and an encumbrance of 5. That means
bulk is what you're carrying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that relates to your encumbrance, not your actual weight.
I think they did away with weight for stuff just to like compartmentalize stuff and just make it. This is how awkward it is to carry instead of how.
Oh yeah. So I'm just super awkward to carry because
They did it.
No, I don't like being carried.
Again, the bulk that has nothing to do with your weight, Jeff. That's
no. I know.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm saying I'm awkward to be carried because I don't like being carried.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
He squirms the whole time.
Yeah.
No, I'm okay with going along with this.
Yeah. Hell, man.
Okay.
It's not comfortable. Thought this would be nice.
Jams you to a backpack.
Yeah.
Fold them in a backpack.
We had was one of the only times I've actually played PF1. I played a rat folk, and I used contortion to get inside a bag of holding because we needed to slip it in somewhere and get me out to cause some trouble. Pretty great.
Clever.
That's funny.
In another.
That was in Brent's. Remember Brent? Where I played Sakan, the rat folk.
Oh yeah. In the home game that I'm playing with some of my friends here, my character's been turned into a giant, actually, and we've had this other NPC character that joined us for a bit who was a robot, but he was killed, and my character's been carrying him around in his pocket.
That's great.
Did you alter your voice like fee fi fo fum?
No, I haven't been, but that'd be funny.
But I did in Legacy of the Crystal Shard. That was great.
Yeah. Okay, we're on daylight mode. All right, so guys, this is after about 4 hours of travel. You guys are still making your way along here. You have seen and heard. Oh, you're in the. If Vaz is your. Put you up here because you're heading in that direction. I think I moved you guys around because I wanted you to have it in a dramatic way. So I asked you to put yourselves into a marching order, then I completely ruined it. So sorry.
That's pretty
Okay,
close.
so this is the way that you guys are moving along here. Thus far, you've seen nothing, you've heard nothing. You are, it's as far as you can tell, there is no sign of those wolves, Remy. You guys are have taken a break for lunch. It's getting to about, let me think, 4 hours. So it'd be, you did waste a little bit of time with the corpse maneuver. So it's probably about 2 o'clock when you guys are getting out and heading on once again.
I think we should keep that term from now on. We'll call it
The
the
corpse
corpse
maneuver?
maneuver.
Yeah. Jinx. Well, corpse maneuver was my Bauhaus cover band in high school. So
That's actually a good one.
as opposed to the
I'm
rest
gonna
of
see
them.
them. No.
That's an
Not the
accurate
joke.
assessment.
I would go see that band. You know what I mean?
Okay. Then. What? Why don't you each give us a perception check, please?
Ooh,
See if
no idea.
Drawinius, where? So Remy's doing great, but Drawinius, where's your mind at?
I'm like trying to assist Vaz so much that I'm sort of actually hurting like my ability to like be aware.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, what you can hear, Remy, you hear up ahead about, let me play some stuff here. So place, not play. It has been a long ass couple of weeks, and my enunciation, not great. Yeah. I'll just do the entire session with like an exhausted vocal fry. I'm just very tired. I can't.
We might get a whole different audience, actually.
It really, or a very specific response from ours.
Very, yeah,
Fucking quit
exactly.
that.
That's how you do the cover for the corpse maneuver.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's good,
John spends one of his 3 actions as a callback. I like it.
yeah, it's good.
Hey,
Worth
you know,
it. Totally worth
what
it.
is it? Counter song is a reaction. So.
Yep.
That's good.
Okay, I need. Here we go. Oh, that's a good one. It's a good one, too. Oof, that's a terrifying one. Which one do we make use of here? Let's go with the good but not terrifying. We want fun scary, not why have you done to this to us scary. Not, Lord, I have penance to make before I meet my maker scary. Not, I didn't make a will, so I'm going to leave it all to my idiot son scary.
That's terrifying.
Hey. Just from a day job perspective, the real terrifying is the one who fucked up the will on account of that person. That's going to be a heck of a claim on their malpractice insurance.
Oh my God.
Let's see here. Here we go. All right, so here's the thing. Remy, you're going to know a little extra from what the others do. So, because I think everyone other than Drawinius did really well. So, Remy, if you're persisting, does your dice have any other sides other than 20? It's good to use it tonight.
Only today, because I've been sucking the rest of the week.
Yeah. Shit, I was looking at your nat 20 on top there. Sorry, I thought you rolled a nat 20 again for him. Like, man, that's awesome.
I did okay.
So Remy and Trog and Vaz. Vaz, you're the one who's going to have a little extra information. Trog and Remy, what you can tell is there is something in the bush here that is waiting for you to get close. You cannot see it, but there's definitely something moving in there, and then it stops. what Vaz, this is just your, maybe it's just your gut reaction or your instinctive feeling for a ambush. There's something in these bushes here. And there's something in these bushes here. Also, you need to make a quick adjustment here. Someone, I'm not saying who, may have looked at the wrong critter when setting out the hit points, and this would be a very unfortunate run of events if I use those stats instead of the ones that actually apply.
I'm glad we found that out now.
Yep. Well, I looked at him like,
Why did everybody die?
that sounds, yeah. Well, the perils, overtired Kingmaker, and stats that are very, very close to one another. All right, so guys, let's just to give some structure to your reaction here. Let me clear our removal turns. Everyone click on their token, and would you give us initiative roll with perception, and you're going to get +1 to this roll. Also, everyone gets a hero point.
Oh, great.
So Jeff lost his character sheet.
No, heaven's sake.
That's not good perception then.
Okay. You
He was too
can spend a
distracted by
hero
looking
point
at
if you'd like to
different areas.
reroll.
What's going on?
Yeah, let's try that again. That must have been a 1 or something.
It was a 2.
Oh, there. Oh, it's hidden. Oh.
Okay,
Nice.
let's do that.
That's better. What are we looking for, Jeff?
Oh, my character sheet got hidden behind the turn order. I couldn't find it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It's all good. I'm just like, I can't find my character sheet. I'm clicking to reopen it, and it's like saying it's open.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
I don't think you had your token selected. You got an 8. Would you like to spend a hero point and reroll that? Oh, Jeff, also, you're not rolling initiative. You're rolling your skill.
Oh, that's why it didn't roll.
Yeah.
Oh, here, let me redo that
Click on your
properly.
token. Yeah.
I did, because I did click my token. I was wondering why it didn't work. There we go. Even slower.
Much better.
That's what he gets. You know, he's not paying attention. He just,
Would you like to spend a hero point to reroll that?
No. He'll go last. That's okay.
Okay.
Someone's got to be last.
Okay. Yeah. All right, then. Remy, you were up first. Vaz, tell us how you have warned Remy. Oh, I guess, no, hold on. You've noticed the ones on the side, but you haven't had a chance to go yet. Remy, what are you doing? As far as you know, the only ambusher is directly ahead.
Yep. So what I'll do is pull out my bow as my first action, and
Okay.
I will attempt to loose an arrow at the thing trying to ambush us ahead, because that's the only thing I know about.
It's detected, not seen. So I mean, it's a
I can
mess.
spend an action to try and seek it.
You can.
So yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
Pull out a bow, seek, and then try to shoot.
Okay. Give us a perception check.
Oh,
Oh,
Definitely sure that Trog is what's ahead there. So if you turn around and shoot him, you should have
about you,
things
Trog?
well in hand. No. No idea.
so I'll just shoot it in general vicinity of what I saw move, and just
Okay.
say, "Hey, something's up there."
You have no idea what the effect is. Baz, what are you doing?
All right, I will head 1, 2, 3, 4, and prepare my glaive. Get into a limbered up,
Okay.
in the mood. Get the moves going.
Okay. Then.
And one thing, sorry, and I will, as I go, I'll just say there and there.
Okay. Yeah,
With
so
my
that'll be
glaive
the
pointing
point out
each
or
way.
whatever the
That's
action is
my,
called.
yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's
All right.
my last move.
Then it is something else. Let me. All right.
If you get over here, you're out of line of sight of the other one. In case it's a shooty thing.
Hope it's not the shooty thing.
Okay. And okay. Drog and Drawinius and Ramirius. You hear a low growl to your left. You're not flat-footed, Trog, thanks to Vaz's warning. But what comes running towards you? Where's that Fang Dragon? A fearsome and savage or feral wolf. Trog.
Yes.
Does a 14 hit your armor class?
Let's see. Armor class. No.
Nice.
I have 15 AC.
Oh, so if it had not been for Vaz's warning,
I would have been hit.
you would have been hit. Yeah. Let me add this. My initiative tracker, for some reason, is not displaying. He said. All right. And okay. Oop. How about I go to the right layer here? Okay. And then okay. All right. That is it for them. Drawinius. What are you doing? Oh, those listening
Okay,
home.
well,
I'm gonna zoom in a scooch here.
I was caught off guard by the sudden, I said Vaz's sudden movement and, yelling and pointing.
Yeah.
And so I just I gotta follow him. So I'm just taking action to move up here.
You guys got this?
Yeah. I'll just go there, join him. And then
one action. Two more.
That's one action. And I'm gonna use a second action. Will be to cast shield, which is a one action spell.
Okay.
I do not have anything really useful for a third action, so I will just hunker down here with Vaz and
Yep.
Sounds
keep my
good.
We'll
shield up
protect
and
this rock, boys.
Trog, you are up next. What are you doing? 3 actions.
Okay, I'm going to use my burning hands
Okay.
on this little wolf here.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to keep my foot out of the blaze.
Okay, so DC 17. Let's see. I got a 28 on my thing. So this thing sees you about to do that. It dekes to the side, or maybe it knocks you off balance, and there's this gout of fire that comes out, but it unfortunately does not catch this wolf at all. It doesn't catch Ramirius either, though, so there is that. You have
Okay.
one
and
more action.
Is there a disengage or a
Remember in Pathfinder 2 that there are only certain things that will have
the opportunity?
Yeah,
Right.
you don't know whether this thing does or not, so
Right. So I'm just gonna step back behind Ramirez.
so there is a step which does not trigger reactions, and that's only one square. Yeah, precisely that. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, just step out of the way.
Remy, what are you doing?
got my bow out. I am going to, just one hand the bow, use one hand to pull out my sword and take a whack at this thing.
Please do.
Try to
You
shove it
don't
off.
have quick draw, do you?
No, it's way too early to have that feat.
Okay. So one action to draw your sword, one action to
Hero point that, yes, because that's ridiculous.
Okay.
15?
That is just good enough. So
Nice.
you hit the thing. Big hit on it.
And
One more action.
not feeling very brave. So I'm gonna drop my bow and cast shield.
Okay. So that would have triggered, Trog, if you're watching carefully, that would be something that would trigger a reaction, and it does not appear that this wolf has responded.
Hey, that's
Okay.
good to know.
Vaz, what are you doing?
Well, Remy seems to have this.
Famous last words that I hear.
Well played, old man. 3 actions. What are you doing with them?
Oh, just in case he's gonna. I was up here so we had our backs covered in case there's a swarm of the damn things.
Yeah.
But better help Remy get out of this.
Well, I mean,
I
hold on.
apologize.
Who's ever heard of a pack of wolves? Wait.
Yeah. I apologize. My protective instincts for Trog kicked in. That's why I didn't back away.
Yeah.
I guess I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I could reach
Yep.
a dear wolf.
I don't know why you're attacking Remy, but I mean.
Shield.
Let's
Yes. Go ahead and attack the wolf.
attack the wolf, and let's go. Let's go.
Come on. That is a hit.
Nice.
And one more action. That is it yelps in extreme pain. One more
I
action.
might as well take him one more go.
Okay, that's number 2. And that's enough to take the wolf down. Nicely done.
Wow. Jeez.
Well, based on the initiative tracker, that should be all of the... Wait a minute, where's the initiative tracker gone? What is going on here?
I think there's something wrong with the audio, too.
That one didn't have a head as big as my chest, did it? Because
Both do. You guys can hear Drowinius kind of yelp
Shit.
from behind. Drowinius, how's
Yes.
a 23?
Yeah, even with my mage armor and my shield up, that's definitely, I have an AC 17.
So are you interposing your shield?
That's a hit.
Remember, you can reduce damage if you interpose it.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if I waited to see how much damage I took or if it was before that. But I will definitely
it's when you
interpose
would take damage, you can choose to interpose it. So
So you're going to be taking damage from this.
it. Yeah, I'm into So
Okay.
I yeah.
What's the
interpose
hardness
my
of your shield?
I believe it's a 5, but I will double
5?
check.
That sounds right.
I didn't stick into the...
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that is... Your shield shatters,
Yeah.
and its jaws do not get
Okay.
through it.
Okay, great.
Then it
That was worth it.
chomps again. An 11, I take it, does not hit.
Correct. Down to a 16 because my shield is gone, but it's
Okay.
still not enough.
Okay.
For a hit.
Then there is one breaking from cover. Soon. We go. Wham! Slams into Drowinius.
Yeah.
There we go. Drowinius, you're up next. What are you doing?
Okay, first action is going to be a move away from 2 wolves trying to destroy me. So 5,
It is a
10,
minor action to reach into the
15.
treat bag.
Yeah, wish I had one. So I'm gonna step back there, and
Okay.
I am going to cast one of my most favorite spells.
Yep.
Using my other 2 actions, which is Electric Arc.
Oh, nice. Okay, so they have
basic,
reflex
save
saves.
17.
Yeah, okay, so first one actually fails. So it takes 5 points
All right.
of electricity damage.
Yeah.
And second one fails as well. Jeez. Not good. Go ahead and click damage on the second one.
Okay. Sorry, was that just close my thing? Let me do it again. Here it comes.
Yeah, fine.
Well, consistent.
All right. Then that is Trog's turn. What are we doing, Trog?
All right. Well, I think that this is a range. Hold on. It is range 30 feet. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Produce Flame at that sucker.
Go right ahead. That's not a great roll. You want to hero point that?
Yeah, I
Okay.
do want to hero point that. I roll again. Ah.
15 is good enough. So fire appears in your hand, and with a gesture, it flies out and slams into this wolf that is still scorched from Drowinius's electric arc. You have one more action, Trog.
Pretty happy with our positioning. Yeah, I don't really want to. I don't want to make myself in more danger, so I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay, sounds good. Remy, what are you doing?
Alrighty. Seeing that they're after Dronius, I'm going after them.
Okay.
I'm going to spend an action to keep my shield spell action sustained.
Okay.
I'm going to move up here and try to strike the wounded one.
Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to hero point that?
I do.
Go right ahead.
It's going to burn through these things.
Nat
Oh,
20, baby!
nice.
Look at that. Awesome.
Nice.
Okay, and that is enough to take that one down altogether. You have one more action.
No, I sustain
Oh, you had to
my
move.
shield.
That's right. Yep. Ignore me. Okay. Vaz, what are you doing?
Well, if there's only one there, then I will move up here
Okay.
and
2 more actions.
smack.
Go right ahead. That is a hit. Not a huge one, though. And you have one more action.
Oh, very
that is
disappointing.
Not great. You want to hero point that?
No.
Okay. Then it is Wolf O'Clock. I'll make a morale check for it. Let's see here. No, actually is I think it's going to slink back to get out of your reach because it did not like getting hit. And then it is going to bolt. 1, 2, and continue bolting. Okay. It is Drowinius' turn. What are you doing?
I'm going to spend 2 actions I'm gonna move first to get back to people who seem to be taking these wolves out pretty handily. And with my remaining 2 actions, I'm going to. Oh wait, no, hold on. Yes, I'm gonna prepare. That's how it works. I'm gonna spend 2 actions to prepare a reaction of a Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost is a 2-action cast.
Oh wait, no, it's a 2-action. Not Ray of Frost. Force Bolt is my focus spell.
Oh, right, your focus spell. Okay.
Action. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the
Yeah.
reaction? What's the if X then Y condition for it?
Oh, sorry. Yes, if I see a wolf within the range of the spell, which is 120 feet, I will. 30 feet. I will unleash it.
Oh, yeah, that's a big difference. If I see a wolf within 6
And Ray of
miles of
Frost
a...
is the one.
Sorry, I meant driveway.
I had just been reading Ray of Frost, which is 120 feet, because it slows targets down, and I was like, oh, that's a cool spell for this situation. But I actually wanted to use Force Bolt this whole time.
So I think there is this like there. It almost looks like there is mercury swimming in your eye of that that silvery kind of sheen that you've been using for a lot of your magics as you prepare this thing. But this thing is this wolf at least appears to be running off into the far distance. Trog, what are you doing?
Okay.
He just runs over here. Don't leave me by myself. Gets in line.
Okay. Then it is Remy's turn. What are you doing, Remy?
See, I'm seeing that it's running, so I'm just going to move back to where my bow is
Okay.
and spend an action to pick it up, and then I'm going to look around to see if I see any more of them hiding in the bushes.
Let me roll for you. As far as you can tell, you are alone.
Okay, that's it for me.
Okay, and Vaz, what are you doing? If anything.
Yeah, I'm going to just look around as well, because otherwise I think let's see if this comes to an end.
Yeah. I'll give you 3 seek checks here. As far as you can tell, nothing else. The wolf will spend its turn to race off into the woods and then hide from you. So, guys, it appears you've driven them off. There are 2 dead wolves near you that are now forming together into one mega wolf. Sorry, wrong adventure. Wrong adventure.
Wolf Hulk.
Yeah.
Frog's like, oh, we sure took care of those guys, eh?
Ramirez just like wipes his blade off and sheathes it and says, "After those bush babies, I'm paranoid about everything."
Okay. Anything else you guys wish to do here? It is, as I said, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You still got about 3 hours of travel for today.
I think we should just continue on our way.
Get back in order and
Do these wolves have the same markings as the one I saw from the fort?
You did roll that 20. No.
Okay, I'll just look them over and say these don't look like the ones that were at the fort, and we should get out of here.
They look to be of the kind, like, the markings were very specific of that one. You're certain you would recognize it again if you saw it.
And I know nothing about wolves or how smart they are or how smart they're not, so I just assume different.
No, and you could ask. I mean, there are others. Vaz and Drowinius and Trog all seem to know more about the life in the wild than what you do. So feel free to roleplay and ask them if you think a character would.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Do wolves typically hunt? After like 4-hour periods with a group bigger than they are, because there was only 3 of them.
These wolves seem desperate.
strange with only 2 of them as well, 3 of them.
Yeah, we had heard howling last time, not this time. Seems odd.
Maybe those of you who know better could look at the wolves and see if there's anything actually wrong with them.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. Let's have a look if there's anything unusual about them. If they look different from wolves we've ever
who's
seen.
got training in? Actually, it doesn't matter we're training. Everyone can give us a nature check, please.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Not that I have nature, just
you can participate. Yeah.
That's a canine. That's right.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm trained in nature. I just suck at it. Trog has training. He just isn't good at that.
Nat 20.
Oh, Nat 20
What was
is
Trog saying?
As I was staring down the jaws of a massive canine.
Yeah. So both. Trog got the nat 20 on this. So here's the skinny. They're not skinny. Like these things. It is early in the spring, so these things are going to be a little leaner. But it's not like they're starving in this. You're not wrong to think that their aggression is a little unusual, but they don't measure their animals. They're assuming these are just normal wolves, and that your friendly Kingmaker is not pulling some fast one on you. Then it's what you have. Think of what you would present as far as like those sizes of you. Yeah, Vaz is big and impressive. Remy is strong, but he's thin. Drowinius and Trog are the weak ones. And which ones did the wolves go for?
Yeah. Well, there's that intelligence and work.
They're definitely, what Trog can tell you is what was on display here was no different from PAX. They are, those who are inexperienced in the wilds are happy to think of them as dumb animals, but they can be extremely cunning. They may not be able to build a city, but they certainly can deploy tactics that, some humans would, or at least a degree of coordination in their tactics that some human armies might envy. So, and the one cowering and running off, likewise, it does not necessarily, is not different from what you would expect from wolves. Probably, I believe you may have rolled the nat 20 with the bush bogeys as well. So, like, I think Trog, there is a thing that's canonical in Pathfinder about goblins hating dogs.
Yeah.
You know, so it could very well be that you just happen to know all the worst things about dogs. So anything canine related, you've got horror stories about these things, and happen to also, by collateral, know a lot about them.
Trog has an older brother who liked to tell campfire stories to scare Trog, and they were always about wolves and bush bogeys and dogs.
Yep.
Some vicious race called poodles that are very exotic.
It's a terrifying breed.
Terrifying breed. Very loud.
Oh, and their masters groom them for these horrific appearances for war.
Their war paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would do that.
Horrible.
Humans are so strange. So, what do you guys wish to do then? Does that satisfy your concern, Remy, or your question?
Absolutely, yes.
Get on the road again then.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. So you guys get along. Whoa, Jesus. Sorry. I got a new chair, and on the hardwood floor, sucker can really move. I feel like a curling rock. Like, okay, guys, here we go. Oh, shit. What's going on? Let me back on. Hold on. There's no. I got slippers on too, so I got no traction on it. I'm like a cartoon running in place.
Uh-huh.
Oh my! All right. So
That's
then,
good.
let's see here. We are gonna go to an illustration of these hills. I think. Oh, I do have the forest. Look at this, guys. Look at this.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. Ooh. Now we're missing some heroes here, though. Hold up. Let me go to the main screen. It's probably the fastest way to do this. There we go. Grab everybody. Now, you should be, by the end of day, outside of the forest and in sight of the road. You are expecting that this is about 5 o'clock. So this is where, if you had left or departed on time, you would have arrived at the road by now. Four Fox.
That's our new name for it.
Yep. It's the off-brand version you
Damn,
downloaded,
Four
John.
Fox.
That's the problem here.
Off-brand.
Firefox. Albanian Firefox is fantastic. Okay. Now, the reason I mentioned this, I think, Vaz, you've been, you're thinking of where the sun is, and obviously the seasons are slowly changing here. But what you can tell is that you're not following the exact route that you did before. You're a little bit off from where. And the reason you know that is because as you guys are going down into a dell to make your way through and then hopefully back up and towards where the road should be, what you come across in a clearing along here to your left are the very old, and by very old I mean like several decades at least, ruins of a cabin. The stone foundation is still in place here, still, and I mean, there is a sign that this has been abandoned for, decades at this point. The timbers are not all wholly burned, but the stone surface, someone took care to give a stone floor to this thing as opposed to using an earthen floor and then building up. So clearly somebody at some point had a thought to build something that would require, at least a season's work in order to construct. There is no other sign of any other structures in here just the remnants of this. There is enough standing here to probably make a somewhat effective camp. Certainly would be level inside, unless roots and whatnot have burst their way through. And there would be at least some slow remains of walls in order to stay here too. Or you could just pass by this curiosity, carry on, and hope to try and hit the road before end of day, or your end of your travel day at least.
Oh man, as usual, Trog will vote cabin.
Yeah, I mean, after sleeping in a bed for the first time in 7 days, I vote cabin.
And I always like these encounters with the undead from the haunted cabins. They're always good.
John's a big Skyrim fan. I think he'll appreciate what's about to happen.
I was playing that before we played this today, so.
I just, as we're all heading towards this cabin, all I say is, I got a bad feeling about this.
Well, you had two interactions with supernatural creatures so far, and they were good. Let's try a third one.
Okay. So you make your way towards... Tell us how you guys intend on approaching this thing. Well, you can tell... what I want you to picture, at least as you're approaching, there's no more than about a foot height left of cabin wall here. The timbers have largely burned down. Some have tumbled, and there still remains somewhat of a wall there. The roof, if there were any like heavier timbers and whatnot that made up the cross beams, they're all gone. Whatever the roof was has burned away, washed away in the intervening years. But there is still a large timber frame that is in place, scorched, but also drenched and bleached with time. The floor itself, though, does seem to be intact. The room, this cabin, is really only 2 rooms, but there does appear to be a hole in the ground, or hole in the surface of the thing, that maybe once had a door, a cellar door atop it, a trapdoor. So perhaps there is a root cellar beneath here. What do you guys do? How do you approach that?
Well, we should definitely see if the cellar's clear, because that sounds like a safe place to rest.
But should we be?
Because there's nothing scary going to be hiding in the deep, dark hole underground.
I'm a new adventurer. I don't know anything about that. just go look.
Okay, I will go up and have a look in that hole with have a little poke at it with my glaive.
Okay, so you get up to the hole and you look down. It looks like there are fittings in the side of the wall that may have once held a ladder or steps or something like that to lead down. But with your dark vision, what you can see is that you're not certain how far the root cellar originally went down. What you can see from your vantage here is that it goes down to about a depth of maybe 5 feet before there is a surface of water, still water, that seems to fill the full extent of the foundations underneath this. Or at least what's been dug out as a root cellar.
Can't sleep in water.
You could push your glaive down and see how deep the water is, but you certainly cannot see through it from up here.
No.
Hey, Drowinius, you got a light spell or something?
I believe I do.
Well, I can see, right? So we don't need any light.
Yeah, and with the water, remember, water is generally a reflective surface, so like in order to really see what's underneath there, you would need to have something that would break the surface of it and then go further down, which you could do with a light spell. But
yeah, put on a stone and toss it in.
I can do that. I do have a light spell.
Okay.
I'll basically cast it on a rock and handle a rock over.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll just, let it bloop. Try to toss it as I can in there.
So it drops down, and the light is almost immediately shrouded as it hits the water there is a great deal of sediment in this water, and where it hits, it kicks up even more. So it creates this. It's your mind playing tricks on you, but it almost looks as if there are little small diaphanous creatures that move and drift in the light cast by that stone.
I mean, he stands up, he brushes himself off. I don't think we should stay here. We should go.
Why do you say?
I mean, it's not as nice as I had hoped.
My mind's playing tricks on me, or there's something in the water, but nope. What if one of us stumbles out to go take a lick and falls in the hole and then he drowns?
Drawinius, you were looking down in there. What do you, like?
Yeah.
It's sediment. All that came up in the ground is sediment. Like you don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
You're fairly confident in that. Vaz,
This looks normal.
you're about 75% sure that whatever he's talking about, it wasn't that. It was just, as Drawinius says, it's sediment.
So 75% chance it's just muddy water. 25% chance it's something absolutely terrifying.
Drawinius is quite confident that it is just sediment that's kicked up. How do you? I'll let you guys roleplay this out too. So Remy is certain there's something that's been disturbed down there that looks like it's going to come get you. Baz, you're like, no, that's not. What is?
And I'll just say that I'm gonna run say goodnight to Darwin, but what Drawinius says is that like he's seen this in many books. This is exactly what it's normal for this kind of water and this kind of location at this elevation. Like goes through all the like academic mathematics of and nature about why this is exactly as it should be, and he makes his case.
So let's do this, guys. If you need to say goodnight to Darwin, why don't we take our mid-session break now?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great.
We'll come back.
Very good.
Okay,
Oh,
there he is.
There he is.
Can you go?
Hi, buddy. Good night.
Say hi.
Can you give me a kiss?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll be back momentarily.
Yeah. I'll see you in a minute.
Ooh. Give Kev some credit. A whole bunch of note places I don't want to go. But Remy doesn't know. Poor bastard.
It all seems to me like somewhere that something nasty would be lurking.
I agree. Getting behind on my compositions. I'm gonna have to come back and fill those in. It's Remy's way of keeping his own notes in poetry form. I love playing bards. Is that a niche where you got some spell casting, versatility?
Bards are fun for sure. Any kind of honestly, charisma is a fun stat to be good at because gives you a lot of roleplay opportunities with it.
Yeah, just in PF2 it comes at the cost of your other mental abilities because intelligence and wisdom.
Yes.
Remy is about as smart and brave as your average person.
Yeah.
He's just been trained at a sword institute for a while.
Yeah, definitely. Trog's got a 12 intelligence and an 8 wisdom, so pretty similar.
Like Ramirez, he gives lip service to the god Kyrgyz, which is related to Caden Kalin, but it's like the god of battle and competition. So like good-natured roughhousing.
Yeah.
So kind of shapes his personality just a little bit. So I could make him see him make the switch to Erastil.
Might be wise.
We'll see how the adventure goes.
Well, fair point.
It's like he does use a bow. He's not that great at it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's only 1 point less as good with the bow as he is with a sword, but
I would say, none of us are really great with anything. Yeah.
at the first level.
Yeah.
Once we
Oh,
get
that is
second level,
definitely true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff, you might be interested to know that you can use torches as weapons.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
I've got a torch attack built in here, just in case I need to use one.
Right.
It does fire damage.
What does fire damage?
Torches.
Oh, nice. Yep. Could be helpful. I mean,
I figure if Jeff has the burn it feat, he might get some more use out of that.
all right. So then, as you guys are discussing the what do you call it? The
Looks in the waters.
yeah. What do you guys?
What time of the day is it, Kev?
What time of day?
Yeah.
By now, probably about a little after 5. About 5:15, 5:20.
Okay.
You're very close off from your end of day.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know that we're going to find a better place to make camp for the night, so I vote here, I guess. Although I'm disappointed in what a shithole of a wrecked cabin this is.
Well, the one timber seems pretty sturdy. We can test it to see if it can like hold weight and put one of our tarps up or something.
You're fairly confident, you know. Does anyone have training in crafting? Oh, I think we went through this before. No. No one
I
is.
don't think so.
Like, okay, now, which one of you guys is the siege engineer? We're going to block this wall.
I'm going to go up there and hang off of it, see if it breaks, and know if it holds my weight. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
You're able to, even if you need the help of someone else to hang up there, it supports your weight.
Yeah. So, yeah. Looks like we can throw some of them, keep it any rain if any comes off of us.
Okay.
That's fine.
I don't like that hole in the floor, though.
No.
Too bad none of us know how to make planks that can put over the hole.
So, let's talk about camping.
Yeah.
Because, well, you have a spot here now. Still have a bunch of other things to do to get the campsite ready. So, what campsite actions or camping activities would you guys like to undertake tonight? Your chef is unfortunately not here, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rations.
just eating regular rations. So if you wish
Might
to,
be safer.
if you wish to cook a basic meal, which would be 2 basic ingredients per serving, as well as 1 day's ration per serving, a DC 22 survival check. It's a DC 18 cooking lore check, but I don't think anyone has cooking lore. You guys have been relying on Brommel's kind of jack of all trades thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm the cook in a different game, not it.
That's true.
Well, I mentioned that as one of the activities. What would you guys?
Yeah.
I think the typical things are that Vaz usually does organized watch. I think no, it's Sarah or Sarah. What's Dave's character in the event? Does the camouflage campsite thing? I think. Brommel normally cooks. I think Trog, you've been telling campfire stories.
Yeah, but maybe Remy wants to tonight.
If you let me do that, I'm telling a scary story involving a creature in the water from below. So,
What? Who are you, my brother?
Extra incentive to keep your eyes open tonight.
Tells you with a water dog. So what would you guys like to do? If you decide, you could put in chat too if you don't want to. If you're waiting to hear what other people are going to do.
Well, I could cook, or I'd do my usual set the watch.
How about you go ahead and try your hand at cooking, and I can set the watch. I'm not half bad at perception. And then Trog can tell us a non-horror story.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you a very happy story.
That leaves Drowinius. What would you be doing?
Well, I don't think I should do anything like hunt and gather or anything like that. But I'm happy to aid somebody who needs it. So maybe I can help with the cooking.
Yep.
Okay.
And also, I think it's a way to.
Meal, boys.
Well, this is true, but I think partially I'm aiding Ramirius because he knows Ramirius is kind of spooked out by what he saw, and Ramirius is like, "This is the one thing I definitely know. We should not be spooked out by that sediment in the water." So he's sort of like just being around him and helping him to kind of calm him down a bit or make him less concerned.
Okay. So why don't we start with Trog's story then, because that will affect, I think, some of your other roles. Well, that's in combat only, so.
Well, but they make it into combat.
Yeah, actually, because the critical fail is a penalty to all skill checks until they relax. So, go right ahead, Trog.
Okay, here we go. Performance.
Go.
Oh, yeah.
Performance 18. Oh, yeah, and the difficulty class for this.
Oh, your performance is better than mine.
This 14. So yeah, that's no, sorry, 15, yeah. Yeah, so that's a success. So Any combat that occurs in here, you get +1 to attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks during combat at the campsite.
Nice.
Okay,
Saves me from
what's the
having to use
story
my
you tell,
bard song,
Rob?
so.
I think he's going to tell the story about the one nice dog that he's met in his life. He met one that was a human who had well-trained dog who could do tricks.
Ooh. You know, for a minute, I thought you were talking about leading into an Anna reference here, but then well-trained, like that's...
Yeah, well-trained and able to do tricks.
My girl's many things. Oh, look at this little girl. Oh, look at you. Look at that poopy head.
Yeah.
All right.
I was still a little scared, but...
Well, that one is half poodle, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Terrified. War dog.
Those war dogs.
Have you used that mod in your Dragon Age games yet, James? The poodle for the warhound?
No. Dog's too weak a companion. But you can get by the way, you can get the mod where you can add him as extra all the time.
Which
So you end up with an extra dog. Yeah,
the
you can
Mabari
have dog as
warhound?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can have him as a fifth companion.
Oh, cool.
That's the way to make it work, because then.
Well, I don't care. You get to have a dog companion. Like, so I don't care how suboptimal
Yeah, but
that companion
I
is.
need the cat companion.
Oh.
That's it. But do I get a cat companion? No, I get nothing.
All right, which actually would have kind of fit with what the cat would be doing, I suppose.
Yep, I have a cat and Morrigan.
Yeah. All right. So then, yeah. So that was great. So your story has gone over well. There is at least one nice dog out there.
At least.
Remy, you said you're going to set the watch.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm sorry. Who are you helping, Drawbanius?
Remy.
There's no other action you want to take?
I was normally I help find the campsite, which we're not doing obviously in this case because we've chosen one.
Yep.
So
you don't have any stealth, right?
And I was looking at the options for what skills I have that are not covered already by other people.
Well, hunting and gathering. That's a survival check.
Well, I said that was the other thing I could do, but I was a little bit concerned about going out by myself to do hunting and gathering. But you know what? I gotta put my money where my mouth is.
Where the critical fail, it says you attracted the attention of something, and something occurs at your campsite flowing from this. So if you did attract attention, it would not be while you were out on your own. You would just bring something terrible back to the campsite.
Back to the campsite. But I think even knowing in my mind that I might endanger my companions in however way that manifests narratively. I still feel like I need to, double down on what I said to Ramirius, that there's nothing to be concerned about here. This is all completely normal and natural. And I haven't been hearing any wolves that I know of. So I'll do, do some hunting and gathering.
Ramirius, are you expert in perception?
I am an expert in perception.
Okay, yeah. And then are you an expert in perception, Darwinius?
In perception, I am not. I'm just trained.
Okay, so the requirement to organize watch is expert in perception.
Cool. So I'm just I'll do hunting and gathering, which just seems to be trained in survival, so, which I am.
I'm just checking provide aid. I'm not sure you actually need to be trained in it.
There was like an aid,
provide aid.
Provide aid.
Yeah.
Well, I looked at it and it didn't seem to me like you had to be.
No, it does. Yeah, I stand corrected. So why don't you give us that roll first? This one is not a reaction. So give us your aid roll.
Well, I'm happy to hunt and gather if we think it will be helpful to the party in terms of.
We got plenty of food.
Critical success gives you special ingredients, though. Actually, success gives you special ingredients.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I should
We've
do
got
that.
29 basic and 9 special right now. I think we're good.
Sounds like someone who has never
I was gonna
encountered a
say,
gibberling swarm.
Says a character who has never encountered gibberling swarms.
All right, so what I do is this: I say, I'll actually say, Ramirez, I was gonna go out hunting, but
By yourself?
you need help. No, just for a little bit. I feel totally safe here. As I said.
Yeah,
but
getting away from that pit of water, aren't you?
Yeah.
But if you,
And they're
Yeah,
wolves that
as
like
far as I
beeline for
can.
you and Frog. And
but if you think you would be helpful for me to assist you in organizing a better watch and figuring out the best vantage points, I'm happy to do so.
I would feel much better if I had assistance.
Okay. So yeah, all right. I'll do
Drowinius,
that.
go ahead and give us a perception check, I think. Unless you've got another skill you think maybe drawing on.
If anybody's
I mean, to me, it's just either got to be perception or survival are the only two that seem to make sense, and they're the same modifier for me.
Okay, go right ahead.
So I'll just go perception. Here we go. I'm going to spend a hero point.
Okay.
if anyone is curious, it's Ramirez's protective instinct because he doesn't want either one of the squishies out of his line of sight.
As one off from a success.
I know, I'm one off. Yeah, but I
All
tried.
right.
Alrighty. Here goes
Okay.
perception.
As they say in Golarians, close only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and fang dragons. So, Remy,
Yes, exactly.
would you give us a perception check, please?
Yeah, 14.
That is a fail.
I will hero point that.
Go ahead.
Hopefully we'll get another one shortly.
Come on.
Oh,
God.
It's not a critical
crit-
fail,
no.
but it is a fail, unfortunately.
Okay, that's good.
that water has spooked me out. Just
yeah,
saying.
apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
And Vaz, comes down to you. So you guys will need to be making use of 8 basic ingredients and 4 days worth of rations. Vaz, would you give us? I guess you're not trained in cooking lore, so give us a survival check.
Survival
please.
roll. Ooh,
You want to hero point that?
it's tough to. I will. It's tough to hit 22.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so that is a critical fail.
Yeah, this campsite is. This
Yeah, I'm not
cabin is
eating that.
cursed.
I'm not eating that, Vaz. I mean,
Unfortunately, you have the meal wreaks havoc on digestion. A character who partook in this meal becomes sickened 1 until they rest and complete their daily preparations.
Oh, so until tomorrow morning, basically.
Basically until tomorrow morning.
Man.
second one. -1 to everything, guys.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
never use hero points.
Honestly,
I can't
yeah.
wait
I
for
mean,
you to run your first, your first Pathfinder 2 game, because you'll be the opposite of me. It's when people are kind of like, I can use your hero points. No! God, don't!
I've house ruled that in my home games that it works like advantage. You take the better of the two. So,
Softy.
I am a softie. I totally am.
Okay. Now this cowboy.
Well, that's
No chance. All right.
Yeah.
Then it is the evening. So you're all sitting around and getting ready for your setting watches for the evening, and that's when your
Ramirez said-
stomachs begin to start gurgling.
Ramirez is like, it's the beast from the water.
Yeah. Oh, where did you get the water that you used for this food? Oh,
The hole. You got out of the hole.
Oh.
You made the soup out of the hole? Oh, God.
So each watch will be 2 hours and 40 minutes. And then, let's see here. Who's going to be on watch here? Trog.
Uh-oh.
You sit down. The total time, I believe, is a little over 10 hours. You're going to have to rest. 10 hours and 40 minutes. So once you are finished eating, it's about a little past, be close to 8 o'clock when the first watch will begin. And you are sitting on your own. Tell us about how you kind of what Trog does when he's keeping watch, at least at this place. I'm assuming you guys have a campfire going. It still is springtime, so the nights can be quite cool, especially without proper, as far as you have a tarp up and whatnot, but keeping watch, I suppose you would need to be outside.
Trog is probably over-stoking the fire. Probably making it larger than everyone tells him to keep it at night, like keep it low, don't draw attention. No, Trog's just got her nice and warm and roaring.
You're getting up to throw your maybe like 6th log in the fire. You're like,
Yeah.
I think it needs another one too. And so you hop up, you go over, you grab where you've stacked the firewood, and that's when you hear it. A howl cuts through the darkness. Give us a perception check, please, Trog.
I'm gonna see. Here we go.
That's Remy, don't worry. It's just the effects of the indigestion.
Okay. You're not really sure where it's coming from. The fog at night, or the mist at least at night, is quite thick here, so it's difficult to see in this hollow. Just how far out these things might be. The howl does not seem to have disturbed any of your sleeping companions, at least from the sound of the rhythmic breathing from within the tent.
I'm gonna wake Remy up.
Okay. So Remy, you're awake?
I hear wolves.
That's not good. Maybe we should... How far off are they? Do you know?
I don't know. See if you can hear them.
Spend a second to listen.
Nothing. How long would you like to listen?
Is it close to my shift?
This is... Let's see here. No. Next up would be Vaz.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 5 minutes.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
It's just the sound of a blazing fire outside. And you see past Trog. It appears that once again you may need to collect some extra firewood when it becomes your shift.
Well, yeah, Remy. He looked at the straps of his armor. He's only wearing his padded armor because at night he can't wear his heavy stuff. He's like, I don't want to fight wolves in this.
Well,
Drowinius and Vaz, why don't you each give us a perception check, please?
Okay.
yeah, because we're probably sitting and talking like.
Yeah, you're kind of whispering it, doing that. Sean puts it, stage whispering.
Yeah.
Drowinius, you're awake.
I made myself sickened, and so that is with a -1.
Oh wow. Vaz is still sleeping though. So
It was lovely dinner.
Yeah. So, Drowinius, you can hear this kind of back and forth with urgent whispers, and you look over and silhouetted, or at least with the little bit of light cast by the campfire into the tent, you can see Trog and Remy are both talking. Remy looks like he's getting up.
What's going on?
Oh, I guess I see him that Darwinius is up. I hear wolves.
Oh, so how? Where?
I'm not sure how close. I don't know. Maybe you could hear them.
I will go to the edge of the tent and kind of open. Assuming some kind of flap or something that we have to close it, and open it and kind of stick my head out, and I'll listen for a few minutes, see if there's anything.
It takes. So how long does it take to put your armor on, Remy?
Oh,
I can't remember.
Yeah,
that might be on my Game Master screen.
Yeah. Got scale mail. Let's see if it says anything.
Not in that version. Let's see here. Brrr.
Shouldn't take more than a minute or so because it's not like plate mail. But
It's not in that one. One more to go. Let's try. There we go.
donning armor. Here we go. Scale mail.
I don't know. I don't any of the jump screens. I think it's on the CNC.
Yeah, here it is. It takes 1 minute to don light armor, 5 minutes to don medium or heavy, and 1 minute to remove any armor.
Okay.
So 5 for me then. Okay.
So you're still getting the sort of straps on and getting things attached. Jorwinius, you don't hear anything.
Okay. I don't hear
Was I mistaken?
perhaps so. Or you heard something else that maybe
Or they moved off?
Well, regardless,
Hopefully they moved off.
I'm in my armor, so I'll take the rest of the watch until we can be sure they're not coming.
I'll be taking Vaz's turn then.
Okay. You can
And
sleep a bit longer.
remember, you don't get a full night's sleep. Like you're gonna have to, if you just have disturbed sleep, it adds an hour to your sleep time. If you're gonna take an extra set of watch, you're gonna need an extra time to get a proper rest, or you're gonna continue to be sickened all day tomorrow.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'll risk it. I mean, I
Well,
don't
can't we
wanna-
just wake Vaz up?
Vaz, why don't you give us a perception check? There's
Yeah,
now 3 people
we're all
talking
like-
in this tent.
Yeah, no, we're just and we're like saying your name over and over.
Yeah.
Right, and we're like, don't wake him up. Shh. He's
So guys, you see Vaz turns over, the eyes open up, and go right back closed, right back to sleep.
Yeah, I
You
think
can
we should
wake her if you choose to.
Yeah, I think we should wake her.
Like you said, it was supposed to be her watch next.
Yeah.
Technically.
Next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Okay, maybe we can wake her up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you how
As a-
far through your watch you are right now.
An orc soldier is the best person to wake up in the middle of the night because you know they're
True.
Yeah.
tolerant,
That's right.
kind.
Yeah.
Remember,
I mean,
Remy makes a lot of decisions based on being protective, so that's what he's doing.
Okay.
No, I get that, but we're also making decisions based on how tomorrow's going to go.
Yeah, he's not thinking that far ahead. Remember?
So
Yeah, but see, I need
we
you not to be
are-
second to protect us.
all right.
Yeah.
So Vaz, Trog has shaken you awake. You know, and you can see that in the darkness of the tent, Drowinius is in here, and he's near the entrance of the tent, seemingly sticking his head partway out. Ramirius is just finishing up putting on his armor, it seems, and Trog has just jostled you awake.
What is it?
Wolves.
You
And
still
maybe
moaning
heard a
about dinner.
wolf. No, wolves. Although I
Oh.
still don't feel great now that you
They
bring
were
it up.
easy to get rid of last time. Go deal with them then. You're on shift. Slump.
You can almost hear her stomach.
Told you not to wake her up. She's always like this.
Isn't it time for her to take over anyway?
It's about 40 minutes off from her shift.
Yeah, so, and we need to make sure she gets a good night's sleep as well.
Trog is gonna go. He says fine, and he's gonna go look around outside,
Okay.
like close to the not way off, but like close to the cabin area.
Yeah.
Don't you have dark
Just to
vision,
see if-
Shrug?
Think so. It's
As
a goblin.
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe I do.
Yeah, but yeah,
Shrug and Vaz are like the best ones for Midnight Watch.
So,
Trog definitely, got
Trog, you make your way to the edge of the basically the foundation of the cabin, and you're able to sort of pull yourself up and look over the remnants of the walls. And again, the forest in the decades since this place has burned down has encroached pretty closely to this. You add to that the haze in here, and while you're able to see much better, the haze, unfortunately, is not something that your dark vision assists with. So you can see about maybe about 50 to 70 feet away, depending on where the edge of the forest is. can't hear anything further. And then all of you hear that sound. Ow! You can each give us a perception check and see how well you are able to determine how far away this thing is. So Drowinius is absolutely certain it's on the outside of the tent.
It's inside. It's in the cabin.
What does... Oh, we were waiting for Vaz's perception
All
check.
right, so
Yeah.
sorry, I was thought I was gone back to sleep again.
No, yeah, I think because you could hear this.
You were drifting off, and then you heard it.
So let's start with what Drowinius's reaction is. And Trog is actually not much better. So Trog and Drowinius, you both have like this, as far as you could tell, Trog, this thing is like on the edge of this forest and about. Remember the last time these things attacked? They got on you in seconds.
Yeah, I think that Trog's reaction is he comes running into the cabin like, they're here. See?
So you go racing. Remember, the tent is what you said. There is really no... The cabin is just really describing
Yeah,
the
I know.
frame,
Like
yeah. So I think you
But he
hear
was
this
just kind of walking around the outside
towards
of it,
the tent, and Drowinius, something is coming in, and it sounds like a wolf.
Yeah. So I immediately cast a light spell using 2 actions on the interior of the tent, and then I spend my third action to cast a shield spell.
Okay.
Remy pulls out his sword like, I knew it!
Come running into the tent, and what you see is a very defensive, postured wizard with his spell active in front of you. Huh.
Yeah, they're coming. Good. Prepare your spells.
Now, Vaz, that howl's got to be a half mile to a mile off.
Could you panic more? It's way away.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm not going back out there.
Remy looks over at Vaz in the bed and he doesn't see her getting up and he slowly puts his sword away.
I already don't feel well, so...
I'm going to finish my watch here. And he just goes to the edge of the little tent and looks out.
You see the fire blazing, but you're certain there must be wolves beyond that.
Yeah, his eyes are just darting to the dark edges, like at the edge of the fire ring.
Anything else you guys wish to do?
After just a minute or so, Remy starts unbuckling his armor and getting back into his padded and grumpily goes back to bed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Vaz, are you just waiting for your shift?
Yep, I'll go back.
Okay.
Cat nap again.
Yeah. Okay.
Trog makes sure that Remy's sword is really close to where he's sleeping.
Oh, he's got it on his chest at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Someone else heard wolves in the sleep.
Yeah.
2.
So then, what good news I have for you is that there were no wolves that arrived, at least tonight. Morning comes after everyone has completed their shifts, and with the full nearly 11 hours of sleep, everyone can get rid of their sickened condition.
Shall I make breakfast?
At the same time comes a no.
And then with that, you guys will also be able to prepare your abilities too. So anyone who's got spells to prep, I think that's only Drowinius, because you're spontaneous, right, Remirius?
Yeah.
Yes, and I didn't cast any spells, so.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just have to prepare Mage Armor, which I immediately then cast again.
Okay. All right. Then we need...
Wizards.
Oh, boy, guys. You knew is sorely missed tonight. It's our weatherman. So...
Oh, I'll have to have a substitute.
Yep. Well, I believe we have... Yeah, we have someone here who... George, are you able to prompt up a set of D20 rolls for our intrepid sidekick here? And what we need is 4 of them, please.
Okay. He likes he really likes Trog, the image of Trog.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Good
Yeah, he's
call.
like, who is that? Yeah.
All right, so let's see here.
I use the same image of that goblin for the first one I made for Pathfinder 2, which was I like that picture.
That was our Barrowmage's game, wasn't it? You played him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where you nearly killed me with wyvern poison.
And don't forget ghost trolls. Oh boy.
I've not been so high and low with death saves in my entire life.
Yeah, that was a tough one. So what you guys find is as the morning comes, unfortunately, so do the spring rains.
The one on the end's
It
worrying
is
me.
cool today, but not cold. And there is no inclement weather. So
Cool.
it's just a matter of dealing with rain for today. So because of that, there is a... Why did I put it away? There are rules that go with that, Madison. Come on. And the rules are... Oop. You guys have summoned a Tarask. I am so sorry.
Yeah. I really like these survival rules and whatnot, weather rules, because it creates a whole new dimension for gameplay. You don't just focus on combat.
Yeah.
So
I like
Definitely.
the 3 modes that they've come up with. I think they really did a great job of giving really fun stuff to do in each of those modes.
Well, and they really fleshed out the stuff with these things too. The companion in particular with the weather rules and the camping rules and whatnot. I like that. It also means that you can make your characters can see a lot of their skills come into play outside of the traditional kind of like performance. How often do you get to use performance? Like if you're a bard or some abilities, and then I don't know, sort of like background stuff.
Earning
Cool. There's a
income.
clear mechanical benefit for it.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Okay. Light precipitation reduces the time it takes for characters to become fatigued to only 4 hours. So, and a -1 circumstance penalty of visual perception checks. So then, what that means is only 4 hours of travel today, unless you wish to risk fatigue. What are you guys thinking? If your travels are correct, or at least if Vaz navigating is accurate, you should only require another 4 hours of travel to get to the road, and then it would be another 4 hours to get to the one cataphract that you need to get to.
Maybe we should travel the first 4 hours and see what happens, and then we can decide if we need to push on because there's a lot of more wolves coming, and we should take the exhaustion, or we should bed down for the night at that point.
Okay.
yeah,
do you guys think?
let's get to the road and figure it out from there.
Okay. So then, good news, guys. Look at the rain sound effects again.
Ah, nice.
Nice.
So, as you guys are heading out, tell us a bit about what you what actions you'll be taking during the exploration mode for this day's travel.
I definitely want to help Vaz with navigating because between the rain and everything and the usual, I want to make sure we find that road. So
that's good.
I'm
Now
gonna-
that's good. Like in fiction stuff, but just to be clear, the precipitation doesn't affect your navigation skill. It affects perception only, which is survival.
Okay.
So
cool.
I'm not sure if there is something else that you wish to be doing, or if you do wish to assist, but
No, I mean, I want to make sure we find the road. Like, I think that's the most important thing is to get back to that road. So
Okay.
I think that's my, and I have training in survival, so I think that's my most effective tactic given the circumstances.
Remy, being an expert in perception, he's just going to stick to keeping a lookout for danger. I know the rain's going to cut into that, but
so that could potentially be two different actions. What specific one are you thinking of?
look out.
Look out, perfect. Okay, so that's the bonus to initiative.
Yes.
Okay. And Trog? I think you said you got your rule book. The exploration mode rules are on page. Whoops, oh, I marked them. Haha. 479.
Yeah, I definitely do not have this book memorized. Yeah.
So mine would be scout is technically what it is for giving plus initiative. How good are you at sneaking?
How good am I at anything, really? Sneaking?
I don't think any of you guys have expert
I don't have
in your
training
skills yet,
yet.
other than potentially perception.
Yeah.
If you were thinking follow the expert,
I
John,
can
I'm not sure.
search, right? I don't need any training for that.
I don't see that that's the case.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, you would be reducing your movement by half.
Oh, that one slows. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I remember now. A lot of these slow you down.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I have not necessarily chosen to do a lot of them because we're always in a hurry on this one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, being a scout, that means we're going to move at half speed anyway. So.
Oh, there you go.
Oh. Well, if you're doing, yeah, I guess then if we're already doing that.
I'm just marking down. We're on Farast 11.
Check my composition.
In a film version of our campaign,
Yes.
we would see the white lettering with a, archaic font giving our date.
Right.
Or maybe it would be the day number would show off and we'd see like a faux page fall away and it'd be the next day underneath.
Oops.
Right.
Maybe at this point, I could use investigate.
Yeah.
You seek information about your surroundings while traveling at half speed. I make a secret recall knowledge check that you decide if it gives us any clues about, our journey.
Sure.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Because, we're starting to get close to where we want to be, close.
Yep. Okay, so secret check.
So,
As far as we know.
What is your bandit lore bonus?
4. Plus 4.
Okay. So, you guys can picture getting yourselves up. Vaz, once again, you are... it is past 9:30. Why doesn't everyone take a hero point, please?
Oh, why doesn't everybody take a hero point?
That's right.
So when you set out, once again, I guess, Vaz, you're up front. Next is Trog. Is it then Drawinius, then Remy? Or is Remy up further ahead scouting?
No, scouting I'd probably have to be up ahead.
Okay, so you're a little further ahead. Vaz is sort of navigating. Trog and Drawinius, who is the last one walking?
I think maybe I might be behind Vaz so that I could assist him.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah, right, you're up
probably
close.
Trog. He's
Yeah.
investigating, so he's kind of, dawdling.
So Trog, it is, let's
That's
hear
flammable.
about
That's flammable. That's
Trog's
flammable.
mood as he is walking through this pouring rain.
Yeah, the rain just makes him sour. He just, nothing burns good.
Yeah.
It's just making all the wood wet. How are we going to make camp tonight? I got to have a fire while I'm on watch. It's all going to be damp.
So maybe you're sort
Annoying.
of grabbing, looking at trees and studying them to see if what stuff might be dry.
Yeah.
Always thinking ahead of what are we going to be burning tonight? And that's the reason that you happen to notice about an hour and a half after you guys had left that burned cabin behind, you notice the first of some markings on some trees.
Oh.
And while you do not recognize the particular meaning of them, you know precisely what there are. Obviously, there are a number of things that may leave markings on trees that are intended to communicate some kind of meaning. Nymphs can sometimes twist the bark and whorls in the designs on trees of knots and whatnot to mark certain things. Elves are said to leave hidden and secretive markings on trees, as are druids. But these crude things, hacked in without any care for what may befall the tree as a result of this. This is a marking left only by bandits.
Oh.
It appears that you are in bandit territory.
I think I would let everyone know as soon as I found the marking.
Okay.
Just sort of, a general, we've reached bandit territory.
So as you guys are, Drowinius and Vaz, you're talking a little bit and stomping ahead. Ramirius is maybe in 50 feet or so ahead of you guys. You can still all see one another. You're not so far ahead that you're losing track. But Trog calls from the very back of it, guys, and kind of, points up at the tree. And you can easily see these things. I think that it's not... none of you would have a frame of reference, and then Trog, this one you don't know who the bandits are, but you certainly know what bandit markings are when you see them.
Right. I guess I could just sort of explain it in a very simple way,
Yep.
I can tell this is a bandit marking.
How come you know?
Clearly, I studied for our adventure. Did you not?
Look at that. Conversational jujitsu.
There's that 18 charisma.
Yeah.
Was using his cantrip Gaslight.
Yeah.
So what do you guys make of this? If you each look, anyone who has a nature, or anyone who has... I think this one you would need to be trained in nature. Anyone trained in nature?
I'm trained in nature.
Yeah.
So
I think, Trog, you are. Aren't you just garbage at it?
Yeah, yep.
That's why they put
Typical.
20s on those dice, though.
Oh, and now it's the one's turn.
It's also why they
Look at
put
that.
ones on it. Okay.
It's
Vaz-
wet.
Well,
Wait.
with a hero point, you can't get worse than that,
Yeah, you can say this is one difference with this and Savage Worlds.
Oh, you can on with a...
Yep, and that's not
Oh,
Savage
yeah.
Worlds. In this one, you can.
Nice. All right. Can't be worse than one. Ha-ha!
There you go. So Vaz and Trog, you're both looking at this thing, and these markings, they must be, oh gosh,
Oops.
a day or two old at
Oh.
most. These are very, very fresh.
Right.
If you look down, you may get a sense of there may even be tracks in here. It's been raining on and off the last few days. And if you know that someone marked here, perhaps that might give some additional insight. If you are trained... Go ahead, Jeff.
How close do we feel we are to where we're going to find this bandit?
Well, you're very close to the road, which will lead you back to the rapids, and then it's the second set of them that you will need to be looking for. So
Okay, so we're
for sure 1 day's travel. Yeah, you may need to push yourself an extra day, or camp on the road and then carry on the following day.
So these would be more likely something left by the enemies, bandits.
If you'd like to take a look around for tracks, someone can take the lead on a survival check, and others can assist if they are trained in survival.
Yeah. Anyone want me to do it? I will.
Yeah, and I'll
Please.
So
Go.
I've already decided that I'm going to take
Oh.
a feat as we level up so I can make checks untrained.
Yeah, so me trying to help you is not going to actually help. I'm assuming.
Well, that's what the 20s on dice for, right? You know.
Yep.
Yeah, but I can. Well, nope. I harm you. So
You could spend
I'm going to. So let me
Okay.
re-roll it, and then I'll subtract my. Okay. 15.
Okay, so it doesn't help or hurt.
No. Yeah.
Vaz, do you want, first off, Trog, you, I believe, are trained in survival as well.
Yeah, that's right. I could help.
Okay.
Not good, but I try.
That is a critical fail as well. That will, you're making this roll worse. You want to spend a hero point to reroll that?
Yeah, sure. Let's just burn through all these hero points. That's what they're for,
So
right?
you're all stepping, like, what I'm picturing is you guys are stepping around this thing, and then, like, Drowinius looks at Trog, like, you're stepping on the markings, and Trog's like, you are too! And Vaz, you're like, just everyone stop
Oh my
moving.
God.
All right, so you're
Okay.
getting minus 2 to your roll, Vaz. So currently you're at a
Remy's
12.
over there just like, no.
Do you want to spend a hero point to re-roll, or...
With the -2 added. Oh, that's excellent. Let's
I don't know. It's like
Nat
the
20s,
last
right?
one at this point.
put the
Yeah.
-2 on there. Yeah, that was well spent.
So you just kind of stop, and you can picture, like, if we were to look at this from a overhead shot, there's markings where we can clearly see that all three of you have walked all over the tracks that are in here. So whatever information there was to be gathered is now well and truly ruined. Anything
Probably
else?
just a bunch of lousy bandits anyway. Let's
Yeah.
keep going.
What does it exactly mean, bandit territory? Is it a warning? Is it what should we have to fear here?
Remy like scratches his chin and a little bit of stubbles on it, and he says, I don't know, maybe it's just like marking your territory. Frighten others off if they want to come in and take over. That's what my guess would be.
This is an area I know nothing about.
Just be warned that there are bandits about.
Perhaps we should be ready to perhaps try to pay them off if they give us trouble or something.
Pay?
Sorry.
Don't pay bandits, you bring justice to bandits.
See,
Trog spends
this is
an
how little
action
I
to-
know.
Justice doesn't mean kill all the time.
Most of the
sometimes it
time,
means
yes.
torture.
Most of the time.
No, sometimes it means redemption and put them to work.
What do they
By
call
the sword.
them? Is it the gibbet page? What are those things called?
Yeah, hang him from a gibbet.
Yeah.
In a
Nope.
gibbet.
Mm-mm.
Redemption by fire.
No.
Vaz is giving all sorts of things. So, well, yeah. I mean, Trog's face just basically went through. You know that meme of that girl, so like hearing something and then liking it, and like, because it went through the bandit torture, trial by fire. No.
Not a bad way to go, right?
Yeah.
So shall we just proceed then? Just with
Well, of course. I mean,
No.
you had to know we would be in bandit territory to find the bandit, right?
Well, it makes me more apt to look for a sign of bandits than wolves, so I'll keep an eye out for them.
this is true. I did
you
not
say a
realize
fan
we
of
might have
bandits?
been that close.
What did you say, John? Sorry, I didn't.
Oh no! Since he pointed out we're in bandit territory, I'll probably pay more attention to looking for signs of human movement rather than wolves.
Oh, I thought you said you're a fan of bandits.
No.
I'm like, Fandit was
That's
right
just
there.
we-
Like that
I
portmanteau was
gonna say,
right there. Okay.
All right, so I guess we'll continue on doing the same things we were doing, except for Demirius's slight adjustment.
Yeah. I'll let you guys worry about wolves. I'll keep an eye out for bandits.
Okay.
Well, we're worrying about the road. That's what we're looking for.
Is bandits. Okay. So you keep traveling for about another. About another 2 hours. And it's not happy travels. Again, wet, miserable travel. By which I mean you're put in a workhouse and then work to death. Which of you is going to quit and become a prostitute?
Well, you know, 3 of us are extremely pretty. We could probably make our income that way, but
Yeah. Okay, then, forgive me, I just need to set up something on the map here.
Someone should invent some kind of magic that stops this evil rain. Have you ever heard of such a spell, Darwinius?
I have heard tales of those who could call upon the power of nature to bring down rain.
you know, if we had a handyman, we could make an
reverse.
umbrella.
Umbrella. That is beyond my purview.
Yes.
Sounds
Nobody
like
has
an
crafted
engineering of
such a
some
thing.
kind.
All right.
It seems there's not much we can do about this unfortunate rain.
Yes, seems.
Maybe we should buy some wide
Oh,
brim
there
hats
is-
when we're in town next.
I mean, there is a feat you can take at level 2 that allows you to predict weather.
If you see any dry wood while we're walking, you be sure to point it out.
I'm buying waterproofs next.
Okay.
Will do.
Maybe we should also keep an eye out for a good campsite a little earlier than usual, as, you know, protection from the weather would be very nice.
Okay. So you guys are traveling along, and you reach a point where you realize that the path forward, or at least the fastest way forward, is this. It's a depression, kind of like a low canyon. It's not a canyon in the sense it's got like 40-foot walls or whatnot. The depression itself is only about between 7 and 10 feet down, but it is fairly steep sides. It is the dry for the most part in the depression, and it is the fastest way to get to the road, or at least that's what Vaz has said to you. And as you guys are moving down, what you hear from atop one of the things, it seems that someone may have been waiting down here. You hear a whistle. And let me show you what you find. Go. Perched atop one who has whistled, right up here. That individual has a bow with a knocked arrow, but it is not quite pointing towards you. The other 3 individuals, however, which seem to be at least one human woman and looks like maybe a half-elf man, perhaps a half-orc. Definitely something other than just human in their ancestry. They're rough-looking, whatever their parentage may be. All 3 of them have arrows knocked and strings pulled. The man, however, who has whistled to get your attention, waves at you. Hello? Are you lost, travelers?
I look at Trog.
No, not lost at all.
You intended to be walking down in this gully. Did you fall down?
No.
You seem to have fallen down. Don't they look like they've fallen down, fellows? And they all kind of standard stock thug laughing. Where is it you are intended on going? And where, pray, are you coming from? Goblin, do you travel with mutes? Is that perhaps why you stumbled down into this gully? No one to tell you to avoid this route?
No, just heading back to town.
She speaks! Fellows, she
Minding up.
speaks! Well,
Remy will step forward a little bit in front of Vaz and says, "We saw your carvings in the trees. This the way to camp?
our carvings?
This is not your territory, is it not?"
Why don't you give us a... what am I looking for here? Come on, book. Here we go. Why don't you give us a deception check there, please?
I'm hoping you wouldn't ask for that one. I would like to hear a point that.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Why couldn't it be diplomacy? There we
Nat
go.
20.
Nice.
Whoa.
He seems
Nice.
confused. Camp, what do you mean, camp?
Oh, we just came back from the fort, delivering some supplies, and we thought the camp was this way.
He seems genuinely perplexed. Was it Marcus who sent you?
I think that was his name. Lost a couple teeth in a fight and couldn't talk properly when we left.
Well, that does sound like Marcus. No, we're...
I mean, we got one of those amulets if you need to see one.
What? Why would we need to see your amulet?
You seem kind of concerned, and are we not trustworthy?
Growing less by the moment. Where are you headed? Did Marcus send you out here? We told you we can handle this.
We got some information from the White Oak, and we're heading this way.
The White Oak? What do you mean?
You don't know about the secret communication catch?
There,
Maybe we're talking to
looking
the
at
wrong
others.
people.
Why don't you give us just a flat intelligence check, Remy?
Oh, Remy knows these aren't the right people to tell this to.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So I just want to see if you remembered. It's not them that do this stuff. So they're both... What?
Yeah, I know.
So they're still... but you got a nat 20 in it, so they're still, they're still willing to go along with this at this time.
Oh, well,
What message
at this point,
do you mean?
Remy will just sigh and just say, "You guys don't know. We're hunting down the ones that ran off the area. We found their cache and we know where to find them."
The ones that... What do you...
You don't work for the Stag Lord?
Yes, we serve the Stag Lord.
Did he
We're
not
on a special mission.
Remy leans over and says, "They're not in the know."
What special
don't
mission
know.
are you on?
To get the sword.
Kind of looks over at the others. He's going after the hungering sword?
Remy nods.
And he sent you after them.
Yes.
Well, do you need to rest?
Yeah. Do you have a camp nearby?
It's weather's
Yes.
horrid.
We've got something set up to the west of here. About a mile. not far from the road. Good vantage from the road, too.
We were told we would find allies along this way.
Yeah, excellent. Can you take us there then? We're damp.
Yeah. I mean, remember, you guys are only a couple of hours into your travel. You're still... you still have plenty of time to travel if you want to push into the fatigue, or you can go to this camp.
Well, they might have food.
And drive wood.
Could just have a snack and move
Fire.
on.
Okay.
Dry off for a minute. Maybe
So-
get some information if they...
So if you guys intend on just following them, they will meet you at the end of the clearing here, and they'll take you over to their camp.
This opens up some real good opportunities for later on if we need inside information about the Stag Lord. This is a good turn of events, guys.
Yeah, and I'm just glad to be out of a gully with 4 archers.
Okay.
Exactly.
I cannot believe
Before
that.
we start dotting our I's and crossing our, there will be, this is going to be an ongoing challenge to convince.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. George, what were you saying?
Yeah. I was going to say, I think it's just the beginning of dealing with a bunch of archers.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, but we're not in the gully with their arrows notched pointed at us anymore.
No,
so-
Yeah.
I like that too, but we're going to their camp where there may be far more of them. So I have some concerns.
Do you
about
mention that? Because
No,
totally,
because
he wasn't thinking that.
No, because I have. That's why I immediately turned to Trog to see what he thought we should do, because this is his area and of expertise, and this Druidis knows absolutely zero about this, so he just assumes whatever Trog thinks is right, that's what we should do. He just has these concerns in the back of his mind, but he's feeling confident in trusting in his allies, because you all three seem to be on the same page. So
I'm hoping Trog knows what to do because he's got the bandit lore.
Trog wants a quick hot meal and dry off for a minute. He's not thinking about how to trick these guys. You tricked them. He just kind of piled on to hey, yeah, oh, you have a camp? Perfect.
It's gonna go badly.
yeah, no,
Let's do it.
I definitely, I didn't want to trick them either. I just think this is a challenging situation. So
Yeah.
So let's stay in this scene for a moment then. So as you guys are walking to the end of the, they say we'll meet you at the end of the, the gully. It'll open up in another 100 or 120 feet. You guys will have an opportunity to sort of lean in and whisper to one another if you wish to
Right.
Yeah.
plan something. The rain coming down makes it harder for them to hear as well.
Yeah,
So
Do you not think we should go to their camp?
Yeah, I think maybe not. I think it's good to get out of this, but now either we confront them on more equal terms, or we leg it.
Run away.
Ramiro,
Okay.
strategically, the advantage is that if we're meeting them at the end of the gully, we're no longer down in the gully with 4 of them up above us. So it seems to be an advantage if we do have to engage with them in a martial way.
alrighty. Vaz, you're our general. You give us a signal.
But Trog, do you think if we were to to attack them, would they send would their
They would attack us back, Darwin.
well, but no, if we dispatched them all now, would their kin hunt us down after the fact?
Well, possibly, but not sure they'd know who did it.
Trog, why don't you give us
I would suggest you try and keep bullshitting them and say that we're heading back to the road.
Trog, give us a bandit lore check.
Pretty sure the bandits we killed over in the fort were part of their party too. So
So here's the thing, guys. At least for a relatively large and spread out band like the Stag Lords, so long as you pass the basic level of their kind of as if you're a member of them, you're probably going to pass. At least for the ones this far, to the north. So, who's carrying all the Stag Lord?
it's Trog.
Trog has. You got all the Stag Lord.
I could just pass them out, and we could just kind of pin them on, or I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
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 Would you give us a thievery
good
check, Trog?
Yeah. See if he can
This is going to be low. This is going to be like a DC 10.
Okay.
Good, because he's not good at it.
Oh, there you go. All right. You quickly pass these things around to one another. You all quickly, put these things on. Because again, like, they're more complex and more, tightly controlled organizations may have like secret handshakes and things like that. And perhaps as you get closer to the Stag Lord's domain, they may require more of those protections. But like this far out, you can't really afford to communicate all that stuff to people this far. So that it would not take much to pass their pass the threshold to convince them that you're one of them. And it seems like Ramirius has convinced them of that.
Right.
So I think I'm going to try and convince them. Look, we'll make the sounds as we come out towards them, just saying, look, guys, I think let's not go to the camp. Let's just head back to the road and head off on our original thing, right? We don't have time to go and spend time with our comrades here.
Okay.
Need to get on our way.
You're saying that loud enough for them to hear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vaz, give us a deception.
With diplomacy. Okay, perception.
Yeah, because you're trying to lie, right? So I think that comes down to deception. But I'm going to give you a +2 to it because of Remy's nat 20. That's definitely set them up to try and believe you. That
Nice.
So as you walk out, you can see there's almost a bit of a disappointment on the like. So you're not coming back to camp then?
Yes, sorry, we discussed it and we just don't have time. We'd love to, of course.
Oh, right, well.
If you ever back down by the fort, punch Marcus in the mouth for me.
I will. Well, I suppose good luck to you.
Yeah,
You'll be in this area if you make your way back.
Perfect.
And, right, well, give them one for us then, eh?
Looking forward to it.
Cheers, lads.
Nice. Back at you.
I just give an awkward
yes,
wave.
you guys are sort of waving as you're walking away, and you guys have succeeded. So you get.
Once we get out of earshot, Ramirez just starts laughing, just almost half hysterically. I can't believe that worked.
They had us lined up like ducks in a shooting pond.
Yeah, that was a pretty effective use of a nat 20. So let me see.
I won't complain about hero points again for at least 2 sessions.
Okay.
All right. Now then, I'm trying to find your. Here we go. Stolen lands.
Maybe I should put training in deception.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
I chose diplomacy, but
Yeah.
Okay. What's the mood like as you guys finally stumble out of the woods and make your way onto the road?
We did make it to the road. Excellent. Thought we were lost. Oh.
Yeah, I think I generally sense relief for me.
Remy's in good spirits.
For a variety of reasons.
Yeah, from the rain's a pain, but after that he's.
But it's mainly in Spain on the train. I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm just checking here. I think, guys, you are going to be very close to where you need to be, or at least to start your search.
I seriously feel like we dodged a bullet by not going to that camp because we just have been exposing ourselves to being caught in a lie of some kind.
Well, yeah.
Oh, weird. I kept rolling 20s.
Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. Roll20 loves us, so.
Okay, so I think you guys are about there right now.
But you do have to listen to Trog say they probably had dry wood,
Yeah.
You're probably not wrong.
Yeah, they probably had a load of coin that they have taken from other people that we could have taken ourselves, but.
Ooh, coin. I didn't think of coin.
Yeah.
Look, the road. The road.
I still prefer not fighting them. That looks like that could end badly.
Exactly.
We can find them on the way back.
Okay. So, here's the thing, guys. So to push beyond this, I believe you would be getting into fatigue territory. Let's see here. But you're probably only 2 hours off from reaching the fourth cascade as you are making your way. Oh, that you're actually looking for on that, because there's the fourth of the 5.
Yeah. Right. Do you think it's worth it to push on if we're not that far? I know it'll be. It's been exhausting already.
Remy's in a good mood, high spirits. He'll go ahead if you guys are up for it.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
I am. I feel like we're so close.
Okay, I'm just checking here.
Yes, I could push on a little.
Okay.
What about you, Vaz? Got to be unanimous.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so let's see here. Okay. Okay, so you will each be fatigued by this, and then you are, just so you can make a judgment call on this, you're fatigued until you spend an entire day of downtime resting.
Ooh, that doesn't seem worth it.
Oh, then we change our mind.
Yeah. We can just get up and go to the final 2 hours.
Yeah, because fatigue has other mechanical effects, like you can't do downtime activities.
Oh.
So yeah, let's find a spot to rest. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it won't be raining tomorrow.
well, if it's raining tomorrow, we can still get there, right?
Too.
You can still get there, absolutely. It would just be the second task.
Yeah.
Is that daylight already, James? My goodness. The summer is
it's
getting
been
earlier.
daylight for a wee bit now. Yeah, full sunshine now.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
It just got dark here, so
It's our international content for the channel.
that's right.
All right, so let me see here. Then what we're doing, I guess, guys, is we are transitioning to fairly early today into your camping phase. So you want to look for a campsite?
Yes.
I guess so, yes.
Okay. So there's 2 hours searching for a safe and secure camp to make camp in.
That's what I had been doing previously as a SOP.
Oh, I was looking for the campsite. Got it.
Yeah.
So why don't you give us let's assume that's what you were doing, and give us a survival check into DC 15, please.
Okay, here it comes.
Easy peasy. Then you find a serviceable spot for a camp and for camping activities. What do you think the place looks like? And if you want to remember what the this part of the the terrain is like, let me take a look at this awesome illustration.
Oh yes. Yeah. It's a great image.
Yeah. It's tough. Like I said, there's just not a lot of stuff that's prairie, in fantasy. And this is,
It's a great image.
When I drive back to my hometown, this is like north side of the highway, south side of the highway for about 80% of the time.
Right. I think I'm able to locate a spot with kind of a stream flowing past, and kind of a little bit of a mound, so we're not right at water level.
Yep.
Where we can actually place our tent, and we can see 360 in all directions.
Okay.
So we have a good vantage point to watch out for trouble.
I love it. All right, then, camping activities. Now, I think that... Let's see here. Oh, it's cool. So there are other exploration activities beyond what's listed in the camping activities that you can do during this. Identify magic, repair, treat wounds. You can attempt to use influence and discover activities to learn more about NPC. Excuse me, it's very rude. It's been the very end of a very long week of a very long 5-week period. So can't wait for things to go back to normal next week. Then, such as it is, I guess. Do you guys have anything you wish to do? The reason I'm pausing is because I think even though you are, you're not traveling for an extra thing, and because you cut your camping off early, I think you guys might be able to get 2 camping activities done today. So if you have either a second camping activity you want to do, or if there is something else you wish to do. Sounds like Vaz
2
does.
dinners. 2 dinners.
Pass.
What are you guys thinking?
Let's see here.
I think they are stunned, Vaz, at how fortunate they are to be able to enjoy 2 meals. That's what I'm hearing, guys, I think.
Boys, I think this one's going to be better. I think.
Well, if we relax first, we get improvements on our actual checks is one option.
That's yeah.
I think we rest and then I'm gonna relax first and then do something.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I think I might relax and hunt and gather.
And I'll relax and tell a campfire story.
Okay.
Relax and organize watch. Yeah.
So let me check one thing here. Okay. I don't want to shock you guys, but today marks this continuation of a proud tradition that we have in most of our ongoing games. I started grabbing additional books and using them to generate content for this campaign. So we are officially off. I mean, we were off script from our first adventure. But...
Like, that's going to kill the players. What else do I have?
I mean, what's good is that people who maybe have already been playing this game or played the initial incarnation of this adventure or the computer game are getting to see a different way of moving through the environment and the situations.
Yeah.
He's totally doing like this. We're doing the prequel to it, so it's like this is all new.
Yeah, and John has played this with Iron Gods, and it's actually your reaction to me doing that in Iron Gods is the reason I was like, you know what, we'll do the same thing here, because I think it's fun doing, especially when we're kicking off a campaign, doing something to get you acclimatized to the place, get everyone kind of together, and then start engaging with the actual story of it. Because that's what we did in Iron Gods. We spent a lot of time
It was a
leading up to
blast
the... Well,
up until it fell apart.
yeah.
That's a good point. I feel like we're getting to really know this setting, like the world, like the specific spot of Valerian that we're in, and the entities involved, etc. That may come into play later.
And the mechanics and the capabilities of each other too. You know, like we've already seen a little bit of readjustment with your retraining to get yourselves new skills and whatnot, and also getting familiar with the different, mechanics that we'll be playing with for the next God knows how long.
Right.
I mean, we go through, campaigns traditionally so quickly. So.
Yeah, I know.
Then, what are you guys thinking as far as? So you're going to rest for the first one, right?
Relax.
Yeah.
Tell me what you guys are doing as you're sitting around. You got the basics of your tent set up. You've got something burning, in the middle, and you're all sort of, I don't know, sitting on your backpacks maybe, or so not really like stumps or small chairs you guys are sitting on. Is Vaz also doing the resting before doing anything else?
I'm just imagining what my recipe's going to be.
Okay, nice.
I'm just running through great idea.
Nice. What is
Yeah,
everyone
for,
talking about? So picture, I mean, I've got an idea to toss out there for you guys to tell us how. Maybe everyone sits down, the rain going down behind you, steam coming off of where the rain is falling in your campfire. And it's as you wrote, Remy, like you all sit down. There's a good 10 minutes where you're just sort of, you've got either your cloaks pulled over you, just protecting the rain, or perhaps if you've got a brim on a hat or something. Just exhausted from what you've gone through. Like that forest was not fun, and the hills were not fun to get through. And then Remy finally opens up with, "I can't believe that worked."
Yeah, he fishes into his coat and pulls out, trying to protect it from the rain, some scratch paper, and just writes down what happened, and he embellishes it heavily. It says for later.
Okay.
I'm going to sound so much smoother when I write about this.
I think it's maybe a moment. I mean, Drawinius definitely chuckles at what Amelia says, and so that kind of lightens his mood like even further. And I think he's just like physically, he's been on edge the whole time and like kind of like rigid and ready for anything and like trying to pay attention, make sure we don't get lost and all of that. And for once, he's like feeling like he can actually just relax. We're not inside a fort that maybe bandits will try to retake. He's not on the road with wolves are all around us. All those things are, kind of left behind us for the moment, it seems. So I think he's like physically like allowing himself to actually literally relax. Not just mentally, but like full body. Like he's not even looking around for signs of danger. He's just totally chilling out and listening to his companions talk.
Guys, I think I should get a hobby. I always thought fire was my hobby, but the more I think about it, fire's not really a hobby. Burning things, you can't really do that all the time. Sometimes it's wet out. You guys have any hobbies? Any suggestions?
Have you ever, combining your love of burning things and a hobby, you could do like etching in wood with fire. Make pictures in wood out of burned stuff.
Cooking, flambe. It's good. Barbecue.
Or just burning it, or just burning the dinner. That seems like a hobby that Vaz seems to have.
All of your suggestions lead back to fire. Maybe fire was a hobby.
So much you can do with it.
Actually, I undercook. I like raw. You don't.
That's why we got sick, Vaz.
That was horrible.
You always overdo your meat. It's very depressing. Good steaks wasted on you.
Yeah. I like mine done.
One thought runs through the camp. Now that you're out of at least the forest and out of immediate danger, the falling rain does seem unlikely to be causing another prairie fire. What would be lovely in a cold and damp camp like this? Something to warm the spirits. Anyone have any booze with them?
Oh, Trug probably couldn't afford any.
Fortunately, no. I ran dry a few days ago. And those bandits didn't have any at their camp.
Let me check.
No, I don't.
I don't have any.
No.
I always am trying to keep my mind as sharp as possible.
No, we don't have any in the loot.
Which is why he's on amphetamines 24/7.
Exactly. He's amphetamines. He's got like pockets full of speed. He's
Yep.
He's microdosing.
So, anything else you guys wish to do during your relaxing phase, or do you want to get back to work and get ready this camp ready for the evening?
I think Remy experiments with his prestidigitation spell a bit to see if he can make a miniature like block for the rain, but it doesn't work very well. makes a really thin thing of magical energy, and the rain just rips through it in like 5 seconds. It's like tissue paper.
So one thing that I'm not sure if it would occur to any of you, but certainly something you'll want to discuss is how do you wish to approach the Hungering Sword?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is an excellent question.
What do you guys think?
Well,
He is a bandit, so that's something to bear in mind. Or is he exactly? Trog, what do you think? Based on what we know of him,
As I understand it, he is a bandit.
is he truly a? He seems, or is he hiding as a bandit? I was not entirely sure what his reasoning behind being a bandit had been. Maybe he seemed forced into it as opposed to for other lack of options, as opposed to being someone who just wanted to be a bandit.
I don't think anybody wants to be a bandit. Not initially.
Well,
Oh,
is that the case, Trog?
I don't know.
Did you want to be a bandit?
Who said I was a bandit?
Well, when we first started talking tonight, the first thing I heard was about you being a bandit.
Who's a bandit?
No,
No.
he just knows stuff about them.
I said I studied about banditry.
Oh, studied banditry. Ah, I see. I thought
Just
you
like
studied
you.
to become a bandit. Ah, yes, but I studied to become a wizard. I thought you studied to be.
Oh no, I'm a sorcerer. See, and he'll
I
like
see.
do some magic.
Okay, I'm like, whoa. Yes, I see. Fair point. I misunderstood. It
Yes,
seems-
of course.
It seems you,
easy
but
to
you then-
misunderstand.
yeah. So you have this excellent academic knowledge of bandits.
Yes,
Do you have any thoughts
knowledge of their lore and
Yes,
their ways.
excellent. That will certainly come in handy once we deal with the allies of the sword.
You think it'd be worthwhile to try to be diplomatic about getting that weapon?
Uh,
I don't see him giving it up willingly. But if you have a strategy to convince him to give it to us,
I'd have to know more about him to do that. Well, I mean, we know from our interactions with the bandits that they know about the sword, and we're surprised that we were sent to get it, quote unquote. Maybe the Stag Lord does want the sword. Maybe if we can tell him we can just take it and it'll get the Stag Lord off of him, that might be enough to convince him to give it up.
I along that same line of reasoning, if we are to deliver the sword to the Sword Lords, perhaps he would have something to gain by joining us in turning the sword over. Something that maybe he will find valuable for him.
Maybe
which
like
I do not know
buy him off.
Well, perhaps there's something that he needs. Perhaps something the Sword Lords be willing to bestow upon him for his efforts to retrieve the sword and turn it over to them. But I do think that the diplomatic approach seems to be the right one. Things can always resort to violence.
Yeah,
yes.
it's always the last option we can fall back on.
And we do not know how many allies he has. I mean, we may be facing who knows how many numbers.
Yeah.
And there may be far more to the story that we have been told than what we have been told so far. I think we should go in with an open mind, perhaps.
Not too open, but yeah.
Well, open mind with, at the same time being prepared to engage with he and his crew, if necessary.
Yeah. What do you think, Vaz? What's your strategy?
I think going in planning to fight's probably a mistake. We'll be tackling him in his lair, and he's, as you say, no doubt got support. So let's see what we can do by talking.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can try to say we found his missive in the tree and or how to find him in the tree, and we're looking for him. That would be our one way in to act like bandits. What do you guys think about that? I mean, Trog is over here is like an expert on it. I mean, he could tell us how to act.
Right. Well, I do know that if what we have heard is true, he is alone out here. His men have either turned on him or abandoned him or been killed. Part of the reason he's hiding out here. So,
Yes.
protection might be potentially something we could offer.
That is a possibility. I had been thinking that perhaps he had one of the first things I would do would have been to seek new allies, but perhaps he still has none, and we could offer that.
He knows these lands pretty well, doesn't he? Before the Stag Lord got him out of there.
Yeah. This was his area, I believe.
Okay.
I mean, I think we have our approach, which is to be calm, non-hostile, diplomatic as much as possible, be on the lookout for any possible dangers, and then play it as it goes, and have ways of not blowing it by having another hero point.
Yes,
Well,
I feel best if we first approach him as a person, as a man trapped and alone and under threat from a powerful group.
Mm-hmm.
I would vote for compassion over conflict.
well, Remy stands up and like stretches and says, "Well, it sounds like a plan. Maybe we should get to our other activities. I'll go set the watch."
Okay. Now, setting the watch. Has everyone selected their their campsite activities?
Yeah, I'm gonna hunt and gather.
Okay. You're gonna set the watch. Trog's gonna set the mood. Vaz, you're.
Cooking again?
I'm cooking again, you lucky
Somehow.
boys.
Yeah,
I love the cooking.
Nice.
That's what the
again.
hero point was for. Thank you, Kevin.
Yes.
All right. So then,
You totally got to take cooking lore.
yeah.
Just-
So the
just-
telling
just-
a campfire story will have to go first because there is a potential consequence for skill checks.
Right.
Right.
So
Okay,
go ahead, Trog, and tell us what story you tell.
He is telling the story of probably like Randolph, the friendly and wonderful bandit. You know, like was a great man. He only
always
stole from
misjudge
the
him. He was
evil
a-
merchants who were overcharging all the people, and he told the best stories. Just a great guy.
Yep. Didn't put up with crap from stupid humans and wait, what was I saying? That is a success, yeah, because 18, so that means everybody is going to get a +1 to attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks during combat at the campsite. It's outstanding.
Cool.
Very heartening story.
Yeah.
Next, or who would like to go next?
I guess in what makes sense order-wise, it would probably be to do the hunting and gathering before we
Sure.
organize the
So
watch.
DC 15 survival
'Cause-
check, please. Go ahead.
Yeah. And the same thing with the cooking. Like I'd be maybe
let's
bringing
do
back.
cooking last.
Just push cooking off.
Yes.
Well,
Exactly. It'll last
I'm
up,
viewing that orcish cooking counts as a combat skill, so it gets a +1 on there.
Here,
Did you point that?
hero point. Hero point. Yeah. Here we go.
Nice.
Oh, it's a near
Well,
crit success.
Okay.
Faz is over here like
Would you give us
cooking,
a
you know.
1d4 roll, please? So you find 15 basic
There we go.
ingredients
Two.
and 2 special ingredients.
15 and 2?
Awesome.
Got it.
Pretty good.
Great.
All right, so Droinius, you're getting pretty good out for your tasks out here. We doing the meal next? Or
Yeah.
are we doing... Yeah, I guess that's... Yeah, that'd be next. So this is a survival check, DC 22.
And I get a +1 from resting.
Relaxing, yeah.
For resting,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Look at that!
Nice.
Beautiful!
Nice.
Redeemed.
Yep.
So
Okay,
then,
so-
what? Everyone who eats your meal gains a +1 status bonus. If you could cross off 8 basic ingredients and 4 daily rations.
Got the 8 down, and then 4.
Great, thank you, John.
Got it.
You get +1 status bonus on all saving throws until you complete your daily preparations or begin adventuring again. So you guys get a big. Is that a status bonus too?
That's great.
It is. Okay.
No, I think it's a yeah.
Yeah, both are status bonuses.
Yeah.
Well,
The relaxed game of circumstance bonus. The others
Yeah.
gave the status.
no, relaxing circumstance. No, I was checking about the tell us campfire story though.
Yeah.
Campfire story is a status
Those two
bonus
gave the
as well.
status.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Then it is. What is it that she makes this time? It's a pretty basic thing, though. I guess it's like, pizza pop plus grated cheese. Huh?
Okay, mushroom stew. Mushroom stew. I like my
Nice.
mushrooms.
All
Always
right.
like mushrooms.
Perfect.
You see
Oh.
Ramirez in the background doing some prestidigitation to flavor it, and then eats it.
Then,
Under some law, orcs are mushrooms.
yes, under some law. Okay. Would you give us then a perception check, please?
Alrighty. +1 for relaxing.
17. That is a success.
Alrighty.
Everyone gains +1 status bonus to perception checks made during their shift on watch. Kind of frustrating. It all comes down to status.
Well, everything else is in combat. This one is all the time now, so.
During their shift on watch.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's a really good point, John. Yeah, because the other one is during combat, one is the food is during everything, right? Yeah, until they
Yes.
get it again. No, you're absolutely right. So never mind. Ignore me. Ignore me. Different times, Madison. Come on. Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, I don't have to do inspiring courage because of the bonuses, so
There you go.
That's great.
that buys me in action.
Excellent. All right. So then, good meal. You got a good place to camp. Oh, we got a roll. And organized watch is set well. Didn't camouflage the campsite, so the chance of an encounter remains the same. Let's see here. You guys settle in. Once again, it'll be 2 hour and 40 minute camp watch, or as we call it, an end game in length. Then we are going to check and see who is going to be on watch here. So let's see. I'm sure nothing ill tiding comes from me rolling this. Baz, you were on watch, which I believe is usually number 2.
Ooh.
The rain continues to come down. You can hear it falling in the small puddles that have accumulated in different spots, the low kind of any divot or whatnot in the landscape. But the moon is still casting enough light to give a feeling of the expansiveness of this terrain while you're keeping watch. It's a little past midnight when you take over from Trog. And it is a little after 1 when, well, I guess first off, what is Vaz like when she is keeping watch? Is she pacing? Is she staying in one spot? Is she trying to remain hidden? Trying to tree really to
She'll be
hide herself
sitting
in?
away from the fire and in the darkness, so.
Okay. What is she sitting on?
I guess there's not going to be a tree stump or anything. Sit on the
Probably not.
backpack.
Oh, backpack in. Sit in the backpack and you're keeping watch out. Your eyes go to the campsite, you know, or the every now and then to your to the tent where your companions are resting, and then you look back out across the sprawling terrain. And that's when you catch it. At first you think your eyes are playing tricks, because there's a gleam somewhere off. Maybe 2 miles?
Mm-hmm.
And as you focus your eyes on it, no, it's not a trick of the light. It's not a gleam. There's a campfire a couple of miles down the road. At least it looks like it's probably along the road. Someone else is camping not far down from here, and if you can see their campfire, seems likely they can see yours.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do, if anything?
I'll go back to the tent then. I'll say, nudge each one awake. We need to have a confab here. We've got company just down the road.
Okay.
Bandits. Baz, what do you want?
How do you want to handle this? We've got neighbours. We can just sleep out the night and keep an eye on that thing, but we may get visitors. If I can see them, they can see us. If you want, you can go back to sleep, but each of us on guard needs to keep an eye on this. There's a high chance of visitors.
It seems like if we do nothing, there's a chance we won't have to deal with them. But if we do go over there, we are definitely 100% chance going to have to deal with them.
And technically in bandit territory, yes? They may assume we're bandits.
I recommend we wait till dawn and then go and visit them. Visitors during the night won't be very welcome.
That's
I
a
agree.
good point too.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, then. Back to sleep then. I will go back on watch.
All right. So Trog has had his watch, then Vaz. Who is the... Oh, I think Remy, I think you're the final watch
Yes.
of the night. That's what we've been sort of setting it, so...
Yeah, like pretty much the two with dark vision go in the darkest part of the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Drawinius... Well, I guess, Drawinius, you're going to be the next one to be on watch. Tell us a little bit about what he's feeling when he goes back into the bed. Like, is it troubling? Does he have difficulty getting back to sleep? Or is it kind of a matter of, like, he closes his eyes and then suddenly Vaz is waking him up again for his shift?
I think he's just feeling this level of confidence, not personally, but for the entire group, that he doesn't have much trouble actually getting back to sleep.
Okay.
Until it's his turn.
Let's see what the weather is going to be like tomorrow. Why don't you give us, maybe push up your up arrow key to get to that 4d20 you rolled before?
Yeah.
Let's see what is in the cards for tomorrow. Beautiful. I think there's no precipitation tomorrow then.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. No, you're going to have a dry day tomorrow. It's going to be overcast. With that roll, you're very close to it, but so it'll be overcast but not raining. The weather will be nice, and there is no inclement weather. So, it's going to be a cool-ish, damp day, but not raining. So that means probably the rain stops at some point over the night, perhaps when you get out, which means you are just sitting almost in silence. Only the sound of the soundtrack skulking in the corners. So Drowinius, you get out. Tell us a bit about what it is like when Drowinius is on watch.
I think he's, he really trusts each of his companions with regard to all their expertise. And so when Vaz told him to keep an eye on that neighboring campsite, he's going to do what she says. So he's really, trying to focus and obviously this is a person with no dark vision. So he's trying to just do his best to make sure he's seeing the campsite, active? Looking in the right direction. I think we have a fire, right? So I think what I would do is cast the light spell actually on the fire just to kind of, brighten it up a little bit.
Okay.
Or in case somebody comes along and tries to put that fire out.
Yeah.
They might put the fire out, but there'll still be a light spell there.
What I hear is the silence. That's what gets cast on fires a lot.
Yeah. Exactly. And I think it's just for also he doesn't want to showcase that, because magical light looks different. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there. What's going through Drowinius's mind as the hours roll past 3 o'clock? You can hear the sound of your allies breathing or perhaps snoring in the tent. It's the wind blowing, and it's probably cool. It's got a damp, cool bite to the air.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's the opposite of the experience that he's used to having for decades at this point, which is not that he's not up late. He's often up late, but in a library.
Yeah,
reading some ancient tome, learning some ancient lore. And it's a very
writing some paper due for a conference. I understand
exactly. It's first thing
all
in the morning.
too well. Yeah. So I think he's not having difficulty staying awake. How does he feel when he sees that? Because in spite of him not having dark vision, he most definitely would be able to see the fire down the road. Is he watching it? Is he just aware of it? Is he trying not to look at it?
No, I think he's watching it and he's trying to run through the possibilities of what it might be. He's always trying to predict the future. That's part of his kind of a backstory of what could all of these things mean, and he's piecing together not only what's happening right now in this moment, but the vision of the elk that he saw, and the stag lord amulets, and all the wolves. What does this all mean? He's always looking for the pattern that unites everything. And so the fact that there's a fire there is happening for some reason that he just can't quite grasp. So he's trying to find clues in whatever the fire is doing. Maybe it's doing something, he's looking to see, is it doing something strange? Is it doing something it's not supposed to? Is it winking in and out in a pattern of some kind? He's just looking for all these little details, which is what constantly fills his mind. Trying to do his part to keep his friends, newfound friends, safe by figuring this out. Using his mind.
As you're studying that something happens. A sound reaches you that causes you to jump up from whatever you're sitting on, perhaps Vaz's backpack as well.
Yeah.
And then there's a second, and then silence yet again. Sound. It sounded like an adult man's scream.
Oh. Could I tell which direction that it came from?
The direction of the campfire. Now, why don't you give us a Arcana check, I think.
Okay.
Or survival. Either of these, I think, might give some insight into this.
Well, I think Arcana would be was sort of what I was into in the moment when suddenly the sound happened.
Okay.
So I'll go with that. 20.
I mentioned the fire itself, maybe a mile or two off, and you should still see it. The scream definitely came from that direction. but a scream of a human or an elf or an orc, for that matter, probably only travels barely more than maybe half mile.
Okay.
If it is indeed the sound of a man, and you definitely know that there are magical ways to create that. Children studying at magical colleges can learn how to replicate something like that and delight in scaring one another. But if it was a living thing and the silence makes you doubt that you actually heard it, but if you did hear it, it's much closer than where that campfire was. A single man's cry, and then a second that seemed... Was it cut off? You wish you could hear it once again, but dead silence right now.
Yeah. I don't think I could tell from this at this distance if it sounded like the same person screaming both of those times.
It was so close together, and it was both an adult man's voice. Probably, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I think he's guessing that it's a definite possibility.
It wasn't a word, for sure. It was the unintelligible but fully understood cry of agony or fear or both.
Not surprising at 3 a.m. Yeah. So immediately, and I've leapt up already, but now I realize I've even leapt up. And I look around and I, find my closest companion and start waking them up.
They're all in the tent. If you look over, like you don't hear anyone stirring within the tent. It seems that they.
Okay.
If you did indeed hear that, they did not.
Okay.
Or at least it didn't wake them.
I'll open the flaps to the tent and start waking the 3 of them up.
Okay.
And
Baz, you just got to sleep.
I think Yeah. And I'm speaking in sort of hushed tones immediately so that you guys are aware that, like, obviously something must be going on if I'm speaking like this and not normally. As I wake you. Something wrong. There's something wrong. I heard something. And I wait till I get you all awake and and kind of, to your senses and say, I swear I heard it. 2 screams. I think likely from the same individual, perhaps a man or an elf, definitely a deeper voice, not very far in the direction of that fire, but only maybe halfway to it. And the second time I heard it, not long after the first, it was cut off, as if perhaps it was prevented from completing its cry.
So how long? Sorry, it was 5 minutes to put on medium armor. How long is it for heavy?
Heavy is 5.
Heavy is 5. Light is what?
1. So it's 1 and 5, and to take either of them off is 1.
No, hold on. It wasn't light, because I thought light was 1 minute. Medium was 5. That's why John needed 5 minutes for his medium armor. I thought heavy was more.
Medium armor.
What's that? Oh, you're medium armor.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, Vas. Okay.
Yeah, we're not rich enough to get heavy armor yet.
Exactly.
That's what we're working
the
on.
pennies did not extend.
Yeah.
As Remy's getting up, get his armor, and he's got we got to get like criteria for waking people up at night.
Yeah.
This is getting ridiculous.
But also, it is it takes 1 minute to don light armor, 5 minutes to don medium or heavy armor, and 1 minute to remove any armor. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So I continue and say, should we investigate? I'm fearful of what this may mean. Something may be coming toward us.
We're already up, and we went to bed early, so let's go look.
Oh, let's check it out.
Okay. I'm assuming you're leaving your tent set up, your camp set up and whatnot as you guys are going out.
Yeah.
It's 5 minutes to get yourself pretty much ready, or the armor on, and then tell me or tell us how you guys intend on conducting the search for the source of that sound.
Obviously, the two with dark vision are going to be on point.
Yeah, and I think I'll be in. I'm going to need to be able to see, so I'm going to be in the back, but farther back. But I will cast a light. I'll change. I'll move my light spell. I'll recast it onto a stone that I can hold, and then I can toss down or hide if I need to.
Remy's going to stay by Drogwinnis' side, just, one, because of the light, and two, because squishy.
Don't worry, I'll take care of you.
Trog and Vaz, what are you guys thinking?
I mean, the ultra caution. I know you want us in the front, but I'm probably more comfortable at least somewhere in the middle, not right at the front.
Well, Vaz has a very long glaive, so if you stand
Yes.
behind her, you should be pretty safe wherever she is.
Yeah. Okay. I'm happier
Like
with
an
that.
uncooperative child. You're like, okay, go up front, Frog. He walks up front, then just slowly slows down until you guys
walks really
overtake
slow
him.
until you.
And you're the perfect height, too, because she couldn't hit you unless she bends down really low. So,
Okay. Then why don't we do this? Why don't we have everyone give us a perception check? We're going to kind of treat this as a extended test type situation here.
we're still rubbing the stack. I'm going to hear a point that.
Okay.
We've got the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's even worse.
All right, so a 19, 20, an 8. Trog, you want to give us a perception check?
I did.
Oh, you did roll. Who am I missing
That's
here?
my 20. Yeah.
Oh, Vaz.
Oh, well.
20, 2 20s.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So Trog and Vaz, you guys are up front, or fairly close to up front in Trog's case, making your way across this. You fortunately are able to see much more than what your human companions are. They're, in that small way where, even with light being cast down, there's just that little bit of uneasiness and unsteadiness of the footing that comes. So you can hear your human companions behind you stumbling a bit, but you're able to keep an eye out. And after, let me think here, it would have been, you're probably traveling at half of what the human foot speed is, but it's really not that far away. It is about, bear with me a second here. You've walked for about 40 minutes directly towards the blazing fire in the far distance. When you see it first, both Vaz and Trog almost simultaneously. There's a face down in the grass that you can see here. It's white robe caked in mud and blood, and golden locks spilling out from underneath the hood that has fallen over its head. Who this is and what has befallen them is something we'll find out in 2 weeks' time. So,
Yeah.
for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for part 6 of our Kingmaker campaign. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. I'm finally caught up in day job stuff, so I will be spending part of this weekend getting caught up in all the comments that I have fallen behind on, so I will get caught up on any new ones as well. In addition, there's a link down below in the description of this video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, and we have channels there dedicated to Pathfinder 2, to most other games we run on the channel, as well as a ton of other great channels and filled with a ton of great people. You are more than welcome to head on over there. There's a Finder Group channel. There's a channel for discussing virtual tabletops. There's just a ton of great conversation going on. Today was a lot of mutual sharing of love of BattleTech and some of the classic novels from BattleTech. Man, I still love that. I can't remember the name of the Honor of the Dragon, maybe? I can't remember what it was called, but it's the one with what do you call it? Jamie Wolf and Wolf's Dragoons getting hired by House Karita. But in any event, there's tons of great people over there. Some of this campaign is about, but you see how prone I am to talk about BattleTech when given the opportunity. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. They have a terrific selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, but they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. If they do not have something in stock, more often than not, you can put it on a want list, and they will send you an email when it comes in, and then you'll be able to go in and pick it up. My most recent acquisition through them was some Pathfinder pawns, actually. I've been waiting to find a set of the Pathfinder Strange Aeons pawns, and I finally had a set come in, so... we've been playing on and off that campaign with my son, and I am very glad. I got some creepy looking pawns to use now, but if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code SPRINGMUSER at checkout, all caps, all one word, and you will save yourself 10% on your purchase. If you are listening to this at a later date, sometime after July 1st, 2023, then be sure to come back to one of our more recent videos and you will find a discount code that is more current because it changes about every 4 months or so. There is also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really terrific organization, active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children, including ongoing relief efforts in Ukraine and the surrounding countries. All donations that go through that link go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. It just goes to benefit the kids who benefit from their services. And I use benefit twice in that sentence. I either really need to do work on my outro or I'm very tired. There is 2 ways we say thank you to the folks who donate. As I said, all money goes to SOS Children's Villages International. But one of the ways is if you've donated $10 or more since January 1st, then you have an opportunity to help shape our year-long charity sessions that we've been playing. It's a 6-part campaign, and we are seeing part 3 come together as we speak. Voting has opened up for the last 2 components. No, it isn't actually. Voting is opened up for 2 of the final components. This is the what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for here? Not preeminence.
Genre?
It is the penultimate session. Penultimate voting. We are currently voting on what game we're going to use for our next charity session and what types of heroes we're going to be playing. We have set that this adventure is going to take place during the late 19th century, early 20th, kind of, in China, during the Boxer Rebellion. And yeah, we currently have voting going on. There's some great options, including Savage Worlds and what else? What do we have there? Savage Worlds, Genesis. What are the other 2? Cult, Divinity Lost, and I was a hack for 2D20 Act on Cthulhu. If you've donated $10 or more, you can vote on that, and then also the final component, which will be the connection to the previous 2 adventures. We've played 2 great adventures so far that have been completely shaped by the donors, one in the Golden Age of Piracy using Amazing Adventures, and one using a custom powered by Zweihander game called Gladius, set in the 1st century of the Roman Empire. So you can do that, and if you donate $25 or more, not only do you get a chance to vote on that, you also get a chance to win the grand prize or one of the other great prizes on our next charity raffle. In our next charity raffle. You can find information all about that on the Dungeon Musings Discord servers, Charity Initiatives channel. Head on over there and cast your vote if you've donated since January 1st. Otherwise, yeah, we hope what you would get a chance to is win some great gaming stuff, to vote on, help shape what is being played on the channel, and you get a chance to help out some kids who could really use some help. So, winning all around. And speaking of winners all around, I'll say a huge thank you to our stalwart Kingmakers from tonight. So, Jeffrey, Jonathan, George, and James. You guys would make Dr. Seuss proud. for our roster today. Thank you so much for playing tonight, guys. Congratulations on your successful defeat of those hungry wolves and your ruse in bamboozling the agents of the Stag Lord. So congratulations. We'll be back in the Stolen Lands in 2 weeks' time, but until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes are encountering on their quest to become kings. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.